like a shareholder.
Why is he doing updates?
Well, he's not doing updates. I am doing the updates for him because
But
he's
why
part of
is
the
he part of the update?
We are going, people.
Because a part of the company. Brea, I don't decide.
Kara,
If I
you
could,
can
I would
start.
shut them.
I will
Everything
start
is ready.
now. Last time
Besides that.
on the thing without working music.
I hear music, sounds
a
at
shame.
least.
Well, some of us do, but some of us don't, so that
Har
is
vi
unfortunate.
acceleration off?
It's like schizophrenia, okay?
So true. I am also always
What is
schizo.
chaos?
I guess it's just immersive. Yes, so last time in the session that I definitely completely remember, you guys stormed down here to confront the, I want to say creature that was running this whole operation. You had a bit of a tassel after Urdok tried to acquire information from the secretary, and you successfully turned him into tiny bloody bits. That was most that. That is what you do. Currently, the I guess operating table is still moving down the tracks. I think it's slightly out of view for no, I can still see it. It is still like very slowly just rumbling down the road, I guess, for matter of speak. I have added the rune of mutation that you guys got to the crafting recipes as well that you got from the corpse of the doctor. So feel free to read through that whole thing at some point. It concludes some very interesting things. Yep, the rune of control is currently already in use. I think Orphic has that, and the rune of mutation is the one that you got off the doctor.
Ooh, darkness.
It's another one of my patented cryoton brain farts.
That's true.
But yeah, that is about all the things that are very much relevant right now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You didn't have a long rest.
God,
You're
it
still
has
basically...
a lot of shit.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have as many as the rune of control, but it has some more distinct ones.
Yeah, that's gonna be a red for later.
I do love my creative writing.
Simple trophy?
Don't like my... That was something you can craft out of things that you find to sell them later. Well, yeah, I'm going to unpause now. You're basically... well, not in combat, but not out of the clear, I guess. Also not technically fully healed. The people around you that aren't already dots of blood are not moving and not giving any sign of life.
How many spells do I still have left?
I can't tell you. I don't remember you using super many.
3? Okay. Well, I'll get within 90 feet of that chart. If I can, yeah.
Should be able to.
And try to target the goblin with a vortex orb.
Okay.
And bring it to us.
Yeah, it automatically fails to save.
As in it chooses to be teleported?
As in it doesn't have the... shouldn't be at max HP. It's unconscious. Incapacitated, there's no way to save.
So he gets teleported.
Where would you like to place the goblin?
Well, I guess on the sofa, you know, because it's close, you know.
Sure, so you teleport this whole contraption basically over towards you, and because I do not remember if I described it in enough detail that yesterday, sure, last time, I think I put it into the... Yikes, my heart, bless you. Let me read that from the recap.
I'm gonna attempt to
Didn't
use Google hardware acceleration. Can't watch this.
What the fuck, Kevin?
Stupid.
Why do you have to use hardware acceleration? What have you done?
I had to turn it off because Windows 11 is a great functional operating system.
You
So-
can't
so-
say that. Windows 11 will now just stop working on your system. Joke is that it's not working.
Okay. So basically, Ovik, what you can see is the not necessarily mutilated, but the surgically split up and separated body parts of this goblin that are basically like held together by some sort of magical force field that are currently floating on this couch. And with your soul ring vision, you can also see this swirling mass of fractured soul that is currently buzzing all around these body parts, almost like an angry swarm of bees.
Huh.
Still have life signs, just the way I phrase it in the recap is that it's basically like the doctor was very careful to not ruin the body, but rather to just like, here go the legs, there goes the arm, liver, everything just placed like in a three-dimensional space very carefully.
Oh.
Some of the arteries extracted,
Be right
one
back.
of the eyes is missing. Well, there goes the surgical information. And the fuck?
Yeah, that didn't work.
Okay. So that is currently floating over here. Somewhat existing. Yep. I guess the card just goes further down, but there's nothing on it anymore to exist. Can I rotate that?
Microsoft Edge. Does you allow me to do this though? Can you give me the link for
The invitation link.
that?
Sure. Trying to remember which one it is.
I found it.
Okay. Oh, I think it's this one. God, these fucking flying things. I'll die because they go insane or because they suffocate. Anyone else want to do anything right now?
I would like to examine this this like railway mechanism over here.
You are welcome to do that. Would you like to do it from a magical perspective or just like craftsmanship wise or?
I'd like to do both, preferably.
Sure, then you can do me a I guess your Tinker's tools would work for both of those. If you could roll me those.
Yeah. Would you like me to roll with any particular advantage or anything?
I guess in this case that would very much apply since you are a dwarf and this is somewhat of a lorry. Well, good for you.
Bad rolls, but I still get a 21.
Now, this is a very simple system. It is, well, you're currently just looking at the railway part. You caught a quick glimpse at the lorry before it went around. I guess you can still kind of see it.
We'll catch up to it and I'll be able to take it apart. soon.
Yeah, this seems to be.
Son of a bitch, don't drag me over there.
This seems specifically created for one purpose, that being to have a like a space for the doctor to operate and then to like flip one lever and just get everything that he was operating on to a different kind of room without having to move the patient or like disturb it too much. It just goes and then it goes wherever it's gonna go. Probably more interesting is the parts beyond that, but yeah, mechanically speaking, it's very basic. Kevin, you would find a lot of alcohol, varying states of. Well, I guess alcohol doesn't really go bad, does it? It just goes more
Well,
alcoholic.
it does go bad. You see,
Yeah,
not all alcohol can be aged, and not all wine can be aged.
well, this would be mostly wine, whiskey, and ale, like kind of more high class stuff. I know I will not go into detail. Yeah, apparently they didn't drink a lot. They just stacked it up once. I would say with that amount, two of those barrels are still like completely filled with port wine, and let's say like 20 bottles of whiskey. So 2 barrels of wine, 20 bottles of whiskey. If you want to take that or not.
How much whiskey is that?
20 bottles or tankers or whatever it comes in. I don't know.
I'm back.
Javi, would you like me to repeat the surgical details to you, or are you cool?
The soul split apart from body, body split in a surgical way, etc.
Yes, for lack of better comparison. No, have you watched Hannibal?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it's somewhat like you know, like sometimes you would like just fucking separate them like in little different bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Well, don't like when you say that, but
Well, no, because then you can cut organs that you don't want to, like say the liver or the bile. And
yeah, I
that
mean
would
you can run
release bad
a medical
products
check on
into the
that,
bloodstream.
on arcane check, or leave it there however you please. Erg was currently
I
looking
don't
at
think
the
Torfik is much interested in medicine.
fair point. God, this fly is gonna drive me insane. I don't know if Armos wants to do anything with that.
I have been actually kind of having to very impromptu make myself next level.
Oh, okay. Anything you need help with there? Or?
No, I think I've gotten it all down.
Okay.
Walker getting a
People, are they
notification.
still standing or did they crumple or what happened to them?
The ones that were standing before are still standing, but they're like just very stiffly held in place by their own like locked muscles. So if
I'll
if you
push one
tip,
over.
you would just fall over and stay that way. There's no resistance.
That's pretty fine.
Fucking Christ. Probably fine, yes, sure. If you want to be that way.
On the
So-
map, it looks like documents. Are they actually documents or are they just decals?
Where are you? That would be basically students taking notes of what the doctor was trying to convey over there.
I will do a quick study of them.
So you can give me a medical check or a intelligence check, depending on what works for you.
Just not do pure intelligence, I think.
Sure.
Oh, not saving throw.
The sheet isn't trying to attack you. It's just reading.
Yeah, I don't think I understood that.
Yeah, it's a bit more complicated. The only thing you can make out is that judging by the, when you like in school and you write like the date at the top right of the corner of the paper to like mark what day it is. The note taking has stopped a good while ago.
I will take the documents with me.
Sure. I don't call it like student notes from doctor or something. Student notes operating room.
So I write doctor with a K.
What
is up
number
to you.
operating room?
The main one. I
Also,
don't know
it would be an operating theater to teach students.
It is specifically the operating rooms were the two on the last level that you saw where it actually like operating stuff was happening. This would be like a demonstrational operating theater. Yeah, you're right. Because this was made with the intention in mind that people are watching and learning, possibly. How much that has been going on in the last few days, weeks, who knows? But it used to be the plan at least.
Sì. Uno.
Is that like
Oh,
gas?
I can give me an arcane check on that.
Da. Asta nu-i desfăcut. Dar e desfăcută, dar...
I am very informed about gases.
Ce?
This seems to be some sort of not magical gasoline. Some sort of
Închide ușa.
condensed magical conduit, maybe. You know, like how they burn excess oil when they do drilling in the desert. Just that this isn't supposed to be exposed.
It's not excess oil, it's methane gas.
Yeah, the fumes or whatever. So this is like some sort of power line when it's like intact, and the way it is now, it is not powering anything anymore. Should probably be repaired.
Ce?
You're not entirely sure if you want to get too close to that. Especially not when you're casting spells.
I was looking if I had anti-vials or something with it. I don't have anything empty, so I'm just gonna leave that gas alone. Although I will refill my needles.
Sure. Sure. Fucking ghosts of my past haunting me.
Let's see, where is the...
Cryoton from 2 years ago being like, this could be fun in the future. Oh well. Can regret everything only once, I guess.
I need to remove
My
3
fucking
users
passive
from the thing.
perception is literally through the roof.
Let's see...
And it's for the better of the group.
48.
I've also gained intelligence. Amazing.
Oh. Yeah, even more good history checks.
No. It's in a tinfoil box.
I guess fucking taking samples.
I'm assuming this thing is also statue, right?
Yes.
Although I do not want it to awaken.
That is a fair point.
I will. I'm just gonna go simple. I'm gonna take a rapier and stab it through its brain.
Huh?
Are you
The fuck is he
Are
doing?
you doing like a Swedish hospital and like freeing it from its fucking pain?
Yes.
Release its suffering. Sure.
Essentially.
I assume we can do that in a
I mean,
working way. It's hard to miss. Never mind. Oh, okay. I was about to say if you're going to roll a fucking 2. No, you successfully euthanized the
Da.
got its name, Marrow Stalker.
yes.
Arnos, how do you feel about a medical check on the goblin?
Give me a moment here.
That's fine.
Oh my god, my medicine checks are nasty now.
You would think, Red.
Plus a 9. Alright. Sure.
I'm as athletic as you are,
I think I'll do it. I'm just saying that yeah.
I trust you. That is a medical check. One of the medical checks of all time, even. As I described earlier, I don't know how much of that you actually heard because you're doing the level up thing. This goblin is very alive is the wrong word, maybe. It's still tethered to this realm by some last bits. Right now, what you're looking at is a magically held together corpse with a little bit of sentience left, and according to Orphic, there's some bits of soul flying around it. You can determine that with the 27 you rolled, you can probably put her back together to some degree. But there are definitely parts missing that usually should be like inside a humanoid being. For example, one of her eyes is missing, one of her
What they
fucking livers is missing. No, not livers. What's the one?
So, technically, like still here-ish, but
Yeah, it is basically an artificially comatose being currently.
okay.
It's like someone sedated her for operation and just left her that way, like halfway through.
You might as well not gone to bloody M&S.
I'm not try one of my new instruments.
Sure, why not?
The
I just-
observant feat is not listed into
Oh.
Foundry. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they only have grappler for some reason. What are you trying to separate from its life? Oh. Sure. Let me see. The incisive separator was the one with the max HP, right?
Yes.
Mainly what I was looking forward to is some like nice
I'm trying to also learn so what it does.
oil and stuff.
Like-
Jesus Christ, M&S.
Did
You've now been cursed. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's
my brain always goes to, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Trooper skit from College Humor where they gets the Stormtrooper and AIDS laser sword and just goes, "Ha, you have AIDS now." But the blade that you have on the top of your scalpel isn't really a physical thing. It is, as it's described, more of a spectral plate, I guess, and you very easily just go through you don't even feel it touching you can see just going through him. He doesn't bleed from it, he doesn't give any reaction of pain or anything, I guess, since well, he isn't moving. And actually,
looking for resolve.
because of the way it is written, can you give me I guess a religion check? Actually, we don't do a lot of those, but
Yes.
No, you should never
It's
serve
so
me
close to
twice.
20.
Balls of me, lad.
you get the distinct feeling that
Chuck out there, black pepper.
this very specific weapon is not working right now in the intended way with this very specific creature because of the way it is existing right now. You have seen the doctor possess them in different ways, not the way that the vampire was using mind control, but literally like
Oh, thank you.
imbuing them with a part of his consciousness to control them.
Direct control.
Yeah, you don't because the incisive separator specifically separates the soul from the body. There isn't anything left to separate here, so it's just kind of, you know,
I'm just.
like you're convinced it would work if you use it on, like, I don't know, like Urlock or someone, or your dog, but
How about not do that?
specifically with this creature, there doesn't seem to be any greater effect to it.
Yeah, Urdok. You should definitely try it on Urdok.
Try it on the dog. Okay.
Also,
If it
because
comes from
Sure,
Yevy
the
and the
dog.
dog.
I didn't force you to separate the soul of your pet. I'm just saying that would make more sense. Speaking of Urlock still has an item that you guys really haven't looked at so far, if you ever want to
What's
do
the
that.
item?
I think, don't you have the anchor sphere?
Ah!
I think that's something. Yeah, you got this thing.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not. Hang on.
Maybe you shall do some research on it before you willy-nilly use it.
I love pressing big red buttons. I love big red buttons, and I cannot lie.
I've
Can I
scanned myself
investigate
out
it
of fair
first?
bit.
What would you like me to investigate with? I
You
wanna
can.
examine it and understand it.
I mean, I think you specifically have a magic item identification spell thingy. Otherwise, you can give me an Arcana check or a,
I do.
you know, or like Tinker tools if you want to look at the machinations of it. Don't you have identify? Isn't that a thing that you do?
Yes.
Yeah, specifically.
Very specific for artifices.
It is specifically one of the things that you can do. But since you guys just picked it up and like the note attached to it.
I don't have that in my spell list.
Well,
Can't?
in that case, an Arcana
No.
check it is.
I don't have any kind of identify spell. I'm looking at the Artificer spell book.
I have.
I
you want me
just saw it.
to,
I just saw it in your thing.
Do you
Is
want
it
to
a
come there and
feature or a
identify
spell?
it for you?
It's a spell, but you have your spellbook collapsed for some reason. I don't know
No,
why.
I don't. I have my spell book set to Artificer.
If you set it to spellbook, it might not be. Yeah, it's apparently it's in here as what is that even? Oh, well now it's an artificer spell. I'm sorry. Didn't have any before. It's under
Yeah,
I
didn't
like
have
it.
any before.
It's identified. It's between grease and jump. First level spell.
I can't believe I've done this. I've scammed myself out of fucking cantrips.
Oh.
How many cantrips do you even need?
I
have
hate
10.
D&D. Why can't I use all my spells all the time?
I have 10 cantrips.
You
and
can
I want
use most of your spells a lot of the time.
Yeah, but don't I need to prepare
them.
all
Leave
of
me
them?
and my cantrips alone.
You have a lot of them that are prepared at
Identify,
all
you can
times.
ritual cast it.
Yeah,
True.
and everything that's marked with an R you can ritual cast without having them prepared, I think.
What's an eye?
No, wait, no. Ritual cast means you still have to prepare, but
It's
you can cast
R,
it
you fucking
without
dingus.
having to.
What do you mean mark with
I
an
will
eye?
go up to him, up to Urdok, and ask if I can identify it.
Fuck off! It's mine.
He has the stick.
He has a stick of God himself.
It's a talking stick.
I'm not. There it is.
Sokra, in the meantime, could Orphic
Dispel.
try to...
Sure.
What did you say?
I recommend doing that in a ritual cast.
Did
I
you just say
don't
this
do
spell?
This bozo magic nonsense. Fuck it. I'm using my Tinkerer's tools and I'm taking it apart.
Huh?
Sure.
The magical
Roll me
item,
some
you can't
Tinker's
really
tools.
take it apart.
I mean, at least Tinker's tool is working.
Well, working. So
I mean,
you
that's
look
a
at,
two.
you look at this sphere. It's very intricate, very complicated looking. You don't really find a way to crack it open. You do manage to get a better grip of it, of how you're pretty sure how you can activate it. You can see the three little because if you look at the picture, it's like one big sphere and it contains three separate spheres that are like spinning inside it, seemingly unbothered by outside influence. You can see that they are all currently dulled, and you feel like if you handle it in a certain way, you can activate it and make it do certain things, but you aren't quite sure what those things are yet. The note that you found next to it says, and I quote, "The results seem to be very promising, being able to capture the very essence of a soul. Truly remarkable. One step closer to finally locating it." If this thing will just rip the soul out of your body, or if it's going to like ask politely when you use it, you don't know. But it sure will do something if you use it. Probably.
So while that's going
All
on,
of the people in this room are soulless, yeah?
You would be correct, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find someone with a soul if I want to test this properly.
so in the meantime,
Anyways, real priority.
as Urdok isn't paying attention to the soul people,
Oop, there he goes.
Kevin's just healing himself,
I'm
I
just
see.
touching myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, could Orphic try with the hand that he has the ring
All
on,
this shit.
nudge the soul towards the body?
Wait, are you trying to like, sorry,
See if
physically-
I can interact with the soul with the hand that I have the ring
Back
on.
in a minute.
sorry, with the hand that you have to what?
The ring.
Oh, ah. That is a very interesting thought. You know what? Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know. That actually makes a lot of sense. Can you give me an Arcana check as well, or religion, depending on what you prefer
Oh
and how you want
no.
to approach this? Because you're either trying to interact with it on like a metaphysical level via magic, or you're trying to pray it back, I guess.
Both are intelligence, which I'm not good at.
Which is, again, thank you, 5e, for making religion an intelligence thing for some reason.
There you go, 21
I
Arcana.
find it very funny that the ability check that is usually referred to clerics and paladins is intelligence and not wisdom.
Or charisma.
Yeah, again, I refer to my 10
Paladin
pages.
won't get much from wisdom anyway.
I mean, to be fair, you're just a hippie that believes in God, so yeah.
I just charismatically believe enough in a higher force.
Fucking charisma casters, I swear to God. It's
Yeah, well,
Hey,
come
shut
on,
up.
with warlocks at least makes sense in that regard.
Shut
so,
up, not charisma caster. Cringe.
And bards are, I guess bards are the ones that make the most sense because they're literally just like vibing their way into using
Artificer
magic.
makes the most sense. They make something
True.
do things. They don't actually
point.
cast it themselves.
Speaking of doing things, Orphic, Mr. Soulbender over here, you just you look at
The
this.
Fire Nation attacked.
You look at this poor wretched creature that is just like
Okay,
in a vegetative
racist.
state in front of you, and you look at your
I can't believe you just
probably
called the
very
goblin
tender
a
and
ratchet creature.
nice looking yaoi hands in blue with the soul ring on it, and you just kind of start like,
Sure, I said nudge, but sure.
oh, I thought we were just trying to
Nudge
I thought
as
you were trying
in go like this.
yeah,
See
you're
if
like
I can interact with it first.
I will now interpret that as you head patting the soul.
oh, I
Sure.
thought you were trying to like shove it back.
No, just try to see if I can interact
Oh,
with
okay.
it, and then
You can
well,
you can see, I guess, if that being able to see it, and with you being a naturally magical creature in itself with direct ties to a goddess, basically wherever you put your hand, you can see the like wild swarm of soul fragments like slow down and form itself back into like a cohesive being. You know, basically you're kind of pacify wherever your hand goes. You somewhat pacify this
beehive.
terribly
Stop.
ripped apart thing.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to attempt to like put it back into one?
Well, I'll first deal with the first major issue of calling over Arnost and asking him kindly to
Arnos is currently
repair the
unavailable,
body.
dealing with cantrips.
Could you at least
Call
cast
again,
something to heal the body and make it
praying,
not be
okay?
not be
my
in
God.
pieces? Like,
This is
could,
all I have.
yeah, could he cast like a healing
I
spell
don't
to
even
repair
have,
the
I don't
body
have
a
a healing
bit?
spell prepared.
Right, what is this?
I will use a minute to humna, and I will change my spells. Because I genuinely have not a single prepared spell for healing.
For healing? Hold
I was full off it.
Hold on, I think
Why
I have
bozos are
something you
trying to
don't
help
need
those
to.
people. They're the enemy anyway.
Song of Rest. Healing hands! Healing
That's-
hands!
That's
Let's
not
go!
what they're trying to do. Why do you have healing hands?
It's a feature.
So uninvested.
I healed the goblin's body with 13 hit points if I can.
Sure. Can you guys give me a combined medical check? Because you're not just trying to close a wound, you're trying to put something back together.
Oh my god, yeah, sure.
I'm assuming I will
I
not
can-
with this.
I can roll it for you if you want to.
There you
because
go, 28. Is that enough
Fuck me,
for
I
you?
get.
Oh! Oh!
Bruh.
Oh!
Is it enough, Prevaton? Is it enough?
Is that good?
Saying
So-
you choose to die on these hills, Bozo.
I don't have like the intro music for Grey's Anatomy ready or for any other like medical drama that
House.
is.
House.
How? Yeah, I guess house
Fucking
would make more
This
sense.
is
to you
literally
guys.
just an episode of
Actually, I assume that Arnos is from house and Orphic would be from like scrubs or
Oh,
something.
that's
But
kind of fucked up. This. Wow.
Oh.
so, oh yeah, whatever fucking Erdog is. What is Erdog doing?
I went wandering.
Yeah, I know. Do we have to press the pause button until we get to you? Where the
You
fuck
know,
are you?
maybe you should hurry up so I don't get bored and wander into places.
Yeah, I will just quickly
You son of a
press
bitch.
that. I will get to you. So you guys start humming and very carefully putting it back together as well as you can do, and then at the end, Arno's just like, Orphix, or in my bed, starts like healing hands, like clay molding
God,
everything shut
no.
as good as you can. Honestly,
No, I imagine one of those Thai erotic massages. That's what the bard does with healing hands.
that is why I assume you. It's like, oh, your back hurts. I can do really good massages at Bard College, and then you're just using healing hands. You don't even actually know what you're doing. Just going, ooh, magically it feels better. You manage to put this poor thing back together until it looks somewhat like a goblin again. You can't really regrow the parts that are missing, so there's like some. I don't want to say there's free space, but like, so I guess some organs have more room to move around than before. One of her eyes is missing, but now it finally looks like a normal corpse again. So good job on that.
Is it in theory a acceptable vessel to put the soul into?
You feel like with that medical check, if you put the soul back into it, it would probably survive. Wouldn't be like
Hey.
a great thing to wake up to, but
Oh well.
you know. Real quick transition to Kevin over here. You are investigating these growing pods, correct?
It's not.
These thing, and if this is a telescope or a spyglass, does it have a value?
Well, it's supposed to be a microscope, but they don't have microscopes, so I just use the telescope and turn it the other way around. These are Rule 21. These are growing wets of some sort or another. Probably used to create certain things, keep them
Actually,
alive. Like an yes.
I have a real question. This queen here, is it still technically alive?
Well, as alive as the other soldiers around you.
Do we want the pet?
Can you make it into a pet?
Can you make it in a pet?
I just did get the spell Gaias that allows me to
Gay ass?
gay ass.
My favorite spell.
Geese.
Please
Geos.
elaborate.
Fucking Geos. No, stop.
Like the anime?
We're not going back
We are
to
going.
fucking.
We are going to gay ass. No,
You
here it
are
is.
not alone. Fucking hell.
I do find it very intriguing with the 30 day.
Huh?
What should issue the suicidal command?
Well,
You're umming
Well-
quite a bit.
yeah,
Does it understand Arnost?
well, yes, it's specifically. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way out of this for me, but I don't think there's, because once again, specifically because
It
of the way
doesn't
I've
say
written this.
anything about creatures that are soulless.
Yeah, it doesn't say it has to be like conscious.
And
Just-
it just says that it has
The move
to.
curse, create restoration, or wish.
Yeah, it just
It
says
doesn't
that
have a wish spell.
creature that understands you.
You're correct.
Has
It
to.
does not have a wish spell.
Wow, who would have guessed?
Well, in that case, I it automatically fails the check because it's not really there, and you, not unsimilar to the way that the doctor did it, just take control of its body.
Okay, now on to the next one.
No, I only have one.
Thank fucking God.
How
It
many
was my
long
only-
rests can we take?
It was my only 5th level spell slot.
But that's
Wait,
only level 5
what?
spell.
Oh yeah, because
was-
you're doing a weird multi-class.
I hate that.
Hey!
By the way, cleric spell list.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on the fucking things Oda can do now.
Artificer's spell list is slightly more unhinged.
Yeah,
don't
Nelly has
worry,
learned
I'm-
some unholy shit.
From the spells that I have, I can do so much shit. I can make
Yeah.
a mansion if I want to.
Yeah,
And
you
I-
can make a
and
mansion,
I
and Nelly
can-
can make your mansion that you can't break into it, you can't teleport from it, and you can't be scryed
Yeah,
on. Just
exactly.
because he says so.
So you know how everything needs a gem
And
and,
then-
shit like that?
And then I can
I
make
just see
a trap.
those look like gems. I want to steal.
Right, you see a lot of gems. Where did you go again? Down here. Oh,
You see, right, Wolf?
Those look like crystal
Mhm.
gems. It's time to steal.
13th level gets very interesting. And it
Yeah.
only gets more interesting from here on out.
I just want everybody to know that Nelly can now cast the retard ball.
Huh?
Yep.
The what?
It's like,
You know how you
one of,
retouch inside the bubble?
like one
You
of
can do
those
that.
protection balls, so they don't hurt themselves.
Oh.
Nelly can do that now, to friends and enemies alike. Whatever he feels like that day. Which is
But
cool.
Nelly doesn't
It's
know
size
he can do
limits.
that.
Well, you can after long rest.
Yeah,
Uh,
but as in he
yeah,
probably doesn't
so
know all of his spells.
The white one would be similar to the one you upstairs freed from the tree, one
Oh,
of those
God,
repeater
no.
crystals. And the green one would be basically a solid state version of the green conduit you saw spewing out of the pipes earlier.
I also see those, but
Sure, would
I
you
will try
like
to
to?
steal all 4 of them.
Okay, walk me through this. What do you just want to rip them out? Do you want to like use your tools?
Well, first I will see if there's any way of getting them out in a non-destructive way.
Okay, so they don't just have like MG42 quick switch barrel kind of loggings. You can just like click and it's out. There aren't screw and bulbs either. You would have to actually tinker with the device, or use force to get them out.
Then I will use my tools.
Sure.
I have jeweler tools and tinker's tools. Can I combine the use of them? And
You can pick one of those if you want to. Both of those would work. And while you roll me those things, back to the Soul Gang over here, so we can get all of you back into the same room, so don't go insane. Am I correct in the assumption that you guys want to like push the soul back into the body?
Indeed. At least me, who can see the
Do
soul.
you just want to do that with the ring? Does Arnos want to assist in like in a religious kind of way, or
We
do
don't
you
know
want to
the
have
religion
the
of
alien queen like take a shit on it, or?
We don't know the religion of the goblins, so it could backfire. Hmm?
You have picked up some of her stuff. You can make a religion check on that if you want to.
Orphan's not a religious.
Well, yeah, I meant the religious guy, not you.
do you want me to do 1 per gem or?
Correct.
Yes.
If you want to do a religious, because Orphic said he doesn't know if he wants to fuck it with this in a religious way because he's afraid to anger whatever god that she might believe in or not. You have found some of her like clothing and private
I mean,
inventory
I am a
area.
cleric after all.
Would you like to do a religion check to figure something out if that could be something that you maybe know about? You have her ceremonial sword, you have her armor piece somewhere. and you have some smaller stuff that she was carrying with her. I don't know who currently has that, but you can feel free to look at that and roll me a religion check.
I did.
Oh. So, back at home in your library, being the ever studious person and ready to learn everything about all kinds of religion because Hoi 4 didn't exist in this universe yet. No, this is actually interesting for you because it's not that far-fetched. So the ceremonial sword and the armor piece, I showed you a version of it at some point on a kobold, is not necessarily religious, but you are familiar with it because you've been to the place where it originates from. You didn't see the kobolds anywhere there, but they are from the same kind of region that the blue orcs are from, and the wyverns, when you did like the whole flying stone fortress thing. They are at home in the forest and jungles surrounding that place, between the mountains and the steppe. This goblin very obviously was to some degree part of one of those tribes, or at least affiliated with, judging by the kind of things she was wearing. Of most interest to you would be the medallion that she has, that someone has now. I don't know who, but someone has a medallion somewhere, which is a red stone, somewhat in form of a teeth of some sort that is made out of a red crystalline crystal, if you will. That is very slightly glowing and it's a little bit warm, emanating like warmth and red light. And
Oh, whoops. Don't worry about
and then
that.
Orphic killed her again.
I'm just trying to see how the spell wants to work.
So it wants to do 60 damage of anything.
What do you mean this is not Unearthed Arcana spell?
Oh, no, it's not.
So
Oh my god, that's so busted.
those red
Oh,
crystal
have you read
teeth,
Prismatic Spray? That's busted.
those red crystal teeth that she's having a amulet of, is actually also part of a dragon cult, or I guess a dragon-based religious group. The red kobolds living around the mountains that you visited at some point, due to being close to the
I'm just gonna send this to you, Coveton, and you're gonna cry in the corner after it.
Well, that's just a picture of Kevin.
You will see. You can continue though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love cantrips. Cantrips are so much fun.
Oh wait, doesn't cantrips get a boost at level 13 as well?
Shut up.
Some of them do, not all.
Those kobolds specifically, where they live, are known for they worship dragons. They realize that they have some sort of common ancestry, or hope that they have some sort of common ancestry because of the, they both have scales, the elongated snouts and stuff. They basically look like baby dragons, and they feel drawn to dragons in that way. They don't worship necessarily like a dragon god similar to you, but just the concept of adult red dragons is what they see as basically deities or celestial beings walking among them on Earth. And the goblin very obviously seemed to be part of that religious group. They have an infatuation with all kinds of, fire, warmth, light. Not unsimilar to your cleric light domain, but more in a primal and primitive way. So not like the light of empathy, but more like fire makes my stomach not hurt because I can make food on it. And fire comes from the red dragons because they have fire breath, stuff like that. So yeah, you know a fair bit about what you presume her kind of religion is. Yes. You would feel comfortable assisting in a religious way if you would intend to do so. you wouldn't be afraid to like anger her soul permanently, and she comes like back in a fucking wrath form to kill you all. That's what I'm trying to say.
Damn it.
Not the direction I
Yeah,
was going for, but
okay,
sure.
Walker was hoping for that.
I was hoping
He
for some
wanted it to come
haunted,
back in
spooky
an
shit.
evil rat form.
So if you want to, you can like, if Walker does a religion check and Orphic does a arcana check, I would let that count. Or if you want to do anything
Hey.
else to get the soul back into your body, depending on what you prefer.
I'll do an arcana and Walker can do whatever. Since religion is
I'll intently look at how well this is gonna go.
16. Not
I have my
not
little,
good, not terrible.
I have my little list of side effects.
Look, we can see what a third religion check's gonna give us. Yeah, it was gonna go bad at some point. I mean,
Hold on, could
That
I
was a
give
way
him? Hold on, could I give him disadvantage
No.
with silvery barbs? And if he
Disadvantage
fails
to who?
to Walker, and then give him advantage.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
retarded.
then-
I know.
No, because then you would have to
Oh.
do like do a backflip before, so you can use the disadvantage, and I would call you bullshit on that.
no, just stop. Is what I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, so you. Okay, going to make a note.
To be fair, I could. I can't anymore, actually. That's a damn shame.
Let me just quickly write this down.
No,
Actually,
no.
I should see how much that cost me to take over this fine creature. It actually cost me nothing. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Prismatic spray, which has a potential of dealing 80 d6, if not more.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it also costs nothing.
what is happening is that essentially Arnos like goes on his knee and he gets out his holy item, which I have sadly forgotten what it looks like. I don't know if it's just your sword or something specific. And Urdok goes back to soul bending, trying to
Huh?
gather.
You
Well,
said
trying to
Urdok.
gather. Urdok is also doing that downstairs. Yes. Orphic.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You all started fucking.
Bad DM, bad DM.
Whatever the opposite of a consonant is in English. You're basically very carefully gathering the pieces of the soul back together, and you've never done this before, I think. I don't know what you guys do at Bard College, probably not this. And
You don't want to
you're
know.
just
Casual revives.
trying to, I don't know, distribute it back into the body as good as you can, with like this most vaguest idea of what the fuck am I even doing. You're just kind of pushing it back in, hoping for it to manifest in a way that doesn't leave like terribly permanent damage, while Arnos is leading you in prayer, hoping to pacify
Vaguely.
the soul.
Vaguely.
And I'm going to do a little roll.
I might like to get my fucking angry spirit after all.
You know what? Try. You get the bardic inspiration
know.
with that. I don't know.
For me saying a whole sentence.
Bardic inspiration to a ghost.
I give you bardic inspiration to
I
God.
don't think that's how that
I
works.
don't think I can, yeah.
No, let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let me cook,
Well-
Jesse. Let me cook.
So you finish your little ritual, and for a second nothing happens, and then really quick you can see like her whole body that has been freshly basically stitched together like a disgusting flesh puppet just starts shaking violently, and then for 1 second she stares up at the ceiling and screams and
I'll do a
falls back.
reaction.
Okay.
I will prepare my sword. I will not do anything yet, but I
Uh-huh.
will prepare it. Just in case.
Sure, back to
I've
euthanization.
I've seen this scene in the forest.
Yeah, I've seen that scene in the last Ref and Glory session. No, she screams at the ceiling, and you can see like her remaining eye dart around for a little bit. And actually, okay.
Do I have,
The-
by chance, any spells that would give any effect? Oh my god, I could use a silence!
Why? The
Oh, we don't
fuck?
need to
Back in
hear.
a second.
If it starts
Okay.
screaming, we can just put silence and we don't have to hear it anymore.
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Sancha? Oh, that's the goblin.
That is her name, yes. So you hear her scream and she like panically looks around with her remaining eye. And then for a short second you can see a little bit of like whoever is currently carrying her pendant, basically from her pendant you can see a tiny little cloud of red fog rise up and flies over to her from wherever it may be right now. And
Oh.
it smashes into her face where her left eye used to be, and it like flows around for a little bit and then dissipates again, and she is now unconscious. Alive? Well,
Oh,
she's technically not dying anymore.
do I have a
It's the-
spell for that? I don't. Damn.
for what?
I have a spell for absolutely everything. I'm not
I
even
cannot wake
joking.
unconscious people. I can heal them.
So she basically is unconscious, but because I have to say it because it's D&D, not as in she is unconscious, magically induced, dying unconscious. She's just fallen asleep because of the shock and just getting revived, I guess. So she is now adjusting, but she is not in a imminent medical danger anymore, and she doesn't seem like she's going to like birth a chaos demon.
How much does she weigh?
Not a lot.
Does she weigh
Probably
more
like
than 10 pounds?
she does weigh more than 10 pounds. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Sad.
Do you know how little 10 pounds are?
I do not, because we here in Europe don't use a retarded
5
measurement
kilos, I
units.
think.
Okay, then understandable.
So goblins.
They should just write 5 kilos instead of 10 pounds, 11 stones, and
Yeah,
5.
I tried that when I played D&D with David and the other boys. I tried translating every measurement into like proper metric system, and it made me go insane. So I just stopped doing that.
There's
So
a simpler
goblins-
thing. 1 square is 1 meter.
It's not like you're sitting beside
There
a
you
computer
go.
that can quickly Google the difference.
Yeah,
Also
no,
that.
it's more like just like every time, because I translated the spells into metric system, and every time I would look anything up, I would have to go like, okay, so this is that, and this is doesn't matter.
I mean,
Also,
right
what
now
if-
we are sitting beside a computer that can just Google.
Yeah, so she would weigh about because she's really run down and emaciated right now. She's about 25 kilos. You have gained 1 unconscious goblin and 1 terrifying obliterator queen. No, Grimrod queen.
Hey,
Uh,
it can carry the goblin.
It sure can.
Not from what I
Let's
get
hope
told
she
for the
doesn't wake up
goblin when she
while
wakes
that
up.
happens. Now with that
13, 21.
Orphic and Ars, would you guys like me to move you towards where Kevin and Ola went? Or do you have anything else left?
Hold on. Safety
Do
first.
you want to witness me stealing crystals?
Safety
don't have to-
first, yeah. We know that the goblin is a thief. Yeah. So let's tie her hand,
Sure.
and that's it.
That's gonna be a rough wake up.
I mean, I've seen patients wake up more off, but hey.
With tight hands and
Oh yeah,
carried by
absolutely.
a monster?
Yeah, they also had a tube down their
Carried by
throat.
monsters?
You
Well, yeah, but
know-
usually they don't get carried by alien queens.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
feel
mean-
good.
I assume there are ugly people in Romania as well, but not that bad.
My queen.
How is my stealing going, Cry?
One,
Yes.
2, 3.
Back to your Julia expenses. Shoop, shoop, shoop. So, from the top to the bottom, You success. Oh,
numbered
you
them.
already numbered them. That's
Yes.
nice. What do we have here? You successfully remove the what did I call them? Arcane repeater, the brain control ones, like the same one you already freed from the tree upstairs. That one isn't a problem. You also successfully remove the solid state. What could I call them? Solid state arcane conduit. Wait, let me write it down for you. Solid state hard drive arcane conduit, which is basically a solid form of the gases you've been seeing around. Thank you, Sancha. You get definitely one of those. You move on. You break this one in a horrible fashion. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
E. I was ready. Ish.
Fair enough. You jump out of the way before you get like blasted in the face with chaotic magic energy, and you successfully remove the number 4. So you have 2 solid state arcane conduit crystals, and you have 1 arcane repeater crystal.
Yay.
And if that I will unpause again, trusting that Urlok isn't going to run into the next room. Which I trust him because I can't see him right now. I'm just looking at his table. Whatever that is. Urlok and Orphic, Kevin is currently knee-deep into dismantling whatever the fuck is going on down here.
Oh, I was reading spells that let me transform a castle into a being.
Oh, my camera fell down.
Yes.
I can literally go, hey, this object isn't worn or carried by a creature, since it's a castle. Thus, I can make it into a creature.
Look at
I
these
would.
numbers.
Stolen crystals.
Yes.
Oh, right, you're stealing crystals.
Kevin stole some crystals.
He's doing crystal math.
Okay, so these vats, Kevin, tell me what they are from your understanding. I've wandered back in the room and I want to know what they are now that I'm back here.
These ones?
Yeah.
They're to grow something, keep them alive. I assume it has something with these footsteps.
And these, yeah, that's weird shit. Okay, no one
I
else this way.
assume they are footsteps, not handprints.
Well, you've got
Could be either.
footsteps next to handprints as well. Move this fucking dog out the way.
Yeah, Urlok and Arnos can feel free to get in on that if they want to. I don't know if Arnos is still fixing his character.
I
don't
mean,
really know
we
anything
could
about
use
my
the
own.
big snout of my big dog to follow.
I can't
Please.
just make a new feat, and I'm being slightly
Cry.
pissed off by that.
I can make one for you after this. Yes.
Can I start taking like sketches of all the pipe work and machinery in here? I want to document it.
Yeah, sure. Do you... Wait. You don't have specifically that. In that case, just give me a
Have a paper
performance check. Actually, I guess it wouldn't be a drawing, it would be like a technical,
I'm not
like...
making a fucking Rembrandt.
Yeah, I guess. Just give me an intelligence check. You're trying to do like a mechanical drawing, so...
Ability check. Normal. I hate this game so much.
Soon, Nelly. You make some very nice stickman drawings of pipes.
Fuck it. I'm going back to play Tropico. I don't care.
Ouch.
Huh?
Are these flask in the wall or is they like piping?
They are like exposed piping to check the
According
levels
to
of
my
the...
drawings, Kevin, they're very thin green lines.
Okay. Suddenly will be a bloodhound and follow the blood.
Well, there's only really one way they go.
Yes.
And that is to the next boss fight.
Well, that would
Doing
be one
another boss
assumption.
fight?
No, it depends.
Slowly walk to the right. So we'll see what is on the right side. Oh, that's
Again,
nice.
Oh well,
if
that's
Urdok-
cool.
if anyone else wants to look at that, feel free to. Otherwise, I think someone is walking off.
Can I take bits of it apart?
Do you want to look for anything specific, or just like take some?
I'm trying to be useful in character, but the dice are not with me.
Fair
Like,
enough.
the dice are stopping me role playing, and I hate it.
Yeah, you can give me a Tinker's Tool check. If you can just see what you will get of those.
Because I want to take it apart and I want to make a small model of it. So I have, because my drawing's clearly shit. So I may as well make a
Understandable.
fucking a model. Right, Tinker's Tools.
You
roll.
always see more of a
He's
doer than a planner.
doing very. That is,
I
I mean, to be fair, you still got 17, but you know.
I mean, at
I
least you
rolled
have
a five.
XPs.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
I mean, to be fair, you literally learned a spell that just lets you fabricate things.
don't like magic!
Understandable.
I
Then
should-
don't
Why
choose
are
a
you
magic
an
class.
artificer then?
Yeah, also,
Because
fun
I
fact
like the fucking steampunk shit!
for anyone that cares, Urdok canonically has an ender chest.
Huh?
Yeah, you collect some samples, like you take some metal scrapings, you take some of the smaller pipes, some of the gears.
I'm gonna go get more
You take a little bit
alcohol.
of the exploded crystal. And you, using your magic and your dwarven handiwork, do your best to replicate both the, I guess, big growing vat and one of the smaller ones into a tiny model that, if shown to someone of, who is more into this kind of thing, they would look at this and be like, I can imagine how this would work. Just from you showing them the model without having to rely on you explaining or drawing skills.
Well,
So,
I wouldn't explain it. I'd give them it and walk away.
and this is why it's very useful. So you can like write down 2 models of growing vats like found under fucking secret laboratory, SCP, whatever.
Put him in my inventory.
Are you telling me that?
Yeah, I can't make fucking things.
You can press an add-on and then write down what it is.
You
can
can
see
make
I
things
don't.
and you can make items. Unless you give me admin powers that I definitely won't abuse.
You have trusted player powers.
I don't know what that means.
You can add and do it item. Just write what it is.
Oh, fucking give me a second. I wrote it down. Anyone else want to like look at the little bats? At the normal size
Look at
bats?
the vats. I want to look at the footprints of all things.
Sure, you can. I guess it would be survival.
Considering my amazing tracking abilities as a ranger, because it's literally the
back.
only one time where this is gonna apply.
True. Feel free. I don't know if you have a ability that can draw for that. Otherwise, I would probably say survival.
Uh, 2 seconds. I just have to check. Is it are any of these sort of like they aren't anything like a fiend, are they?
One of them would be kind of.
Well, dandy good then.
I
So
love
that
that I
starts
have to.
tracking and there
I,
is that.
I love that I have to tell you that before you roll because thank you 5e once again.
23.
Hey, the DM knows this.
No, it's more like I have to tell him what it is before he can roll for what it is. Because then he can apply his face. Fucking. I made an item. I will put a picture on it soon. Nelly. Now.
Am I able to, by judging these bit suspicious footprints there,
So,
what we're dealing with here, maybe?
You take a very careful look around. You assume in this general space, a lot of things have been bred here. This looks to be like the final stage of
Bred?
the, I guess, operating pipeline that you went through. You assume this is the part where they, once they have put together whatever creature they want to create, basically. They throw them into one of these things, and they, it's like a, I don't want to say Baghdad tank.
It's a Baghdad.
Baghdad. It's
A
Baghdad.
Baghdad tank.
I was going for artificial womb, but sure.
Baghdad tank.
Baghdad tank, yes, that is what the professionals call it. To essentially, for once, keep it alive, heal the surgery wounds, and at some point instill the.
It kind of reminds me of the FAV tank at Fallout 1.
I guess. A little bit like that. I was thinking more like the cloning tanks from Mandalorian Season 3. But yeah, so yeah, different size. Obviously, this is for like smaller creatures. This is for probably something like the queen that you have now just following you because cool.
Oh, that is very cool.
The footprints specifically seem decently familiar because you have seen them before.
Is there by any chance the thing that is right behind me?
No. You would be able to deduce that probably elven female, dragonborn male, human male.
Dwarf.
Well,
Henry.
Dwarf.
No, you would deduce that these footprints left behind will probably be a female elf, a dragonborn male, and a male human.
Cool.
If I do, I have to spell it out more.
That is fine. Thank you very much for your information.
So you have a pretty good idea who might have been growing down here. There are not that many groups with that specific combination of people
Are you
around.
spreading the word out to the rest of us?
Oh. Wait, I
well,
just got what
difficult.
you're saying.
Difficult to spread out the words to everyone else when not everyone else is with me.
Yeah,
I am
yelling.
in front of you.
I don't actually know where Kevin is.
Hearing distance-ish.
I don't know where Kevin is. I think he's
I'm not gonna
underneath
be
Fenrir.
screaming it.
Oh yeah, Kevin is under Fenrir, that's why I was about to say I
And
can't see him.
it's just my
Fenrir.
observation.
No, you aren't.
On my screen you aren't, you're under him.
Yeah,
I
Kevin.
had a mod that dealt with that, but it crashes every map now, so I can't use it sadly.
Murdoch,
Hello.
have you actually figured out what this thing does? Like
What
in
thing?
detail.
Which one?
The Baghdad tank.
Oh, the Baghdad tank.
That's what
He's
it's
gonna
called.
look at you. He's gonna go in his bag. He's gonna take out a model. He's gonna put it in your hands, and then he's gonna look you in the eye and say, "Grow something."
Okay,
I just like
it's not
I
a
just
working
twist and
model.
turn it like I'm looking at a Rubik's cube.
Try to open it. Try to open the hatch.
And I'll hand it back over to you and be like, okay.
No.
Hatch of
Do you have any idea what
Don't they
they're
have
going?
hatches on them? If it's a
Uh,
Baghdad tank, it would have a hatch on it.
Well, yeah, they have hatches, but they're broken open. That's why
Oh.
all of
They
the
unfortunately do
around.
not have a cope cage though.
Sad.
So
Yes.
true.
The
Whatever
Baghdad
was in
tank
there
is
has
broken.
very much
It's
forcibly
copeless.
removed itself from this thing.
Ahmed has escaped. I repeat, Ahmed has escaped.
Ahmed escape. And Ishmael.
Ahmed Ismail and oh fuck, I don't have another name.
Where is Muhammad?
Musalla Ali.
Inshallah.
Mashallah, brother.
Thank God I haven't established any towers in this universe.
No, you have. The teleportation
you have.
towers.
Which are technically used for world trade. Okay, I see where this is going. No, you are currently the only ones in possession of flying vehicles, so if anyone does that, it's gonna be you.
no.
Which is not a
the-
challenge.
The enemy army also has them. They can do
Is the
9/11.
flying vehicle by any chance a Boeing 737?
So true.
Oh.
Arcane conduits don't melt steel beams. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've
From
seen
distance,
YouTube
can I
videos
see if
that
this
says
is like
otherwise.
dirt?
What's with dirt?
What do you think,
Is this
Kevin?
dirt?
What do you think? Hmm?
It
What
could
do you
be very
think?
colored dirt, okay?
No.
That
What the
is one
fuck
way
is
of saying-
that? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what. What are you looking at, Odo?
Kevin?
Yeah,
Kevin,
fucking
follow my
Christ.
cursor.
Off it.
He
Why are
can't
you?
tell us apart. He can't tell us apart. He hates
You all
us.
start. You all start with
What the
vocals.
fuck is this?
I don't know yet.
That's a wing.
I haven't gone around the corner enough to see it yet.
Why can Urdox fucking
I-
Christ all fix that?
Huh? What did you say?
Very good, very good.
Wait,
Very
does-
dark
Yeah,
lord.
why
Why
can't
does-
you see through me?
I
Oh, I
don't.
forgot that you.
If we do not select our characters, we see what everyone
He
else
fixed that
sees.
though. But
No, he
apparently
didn't.
fixed all.
I thought I fixed that. Well,
No, you didn't.
Through me.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Point left, point left.
It's fine. You a group. You share your
Also,
things.
he
with each other.
fucked up the wall here. I see it. Yeah, isn't this wall fucked up?
Something sussy about
No.
this somewhere.
Oh,
Yes,
what the
it
fuck?
is.
No, that's just because light sources in Foundry work weird.
Oh yeah, it is. Huh.
There's something over here that looked fucked.
Because
It
like,
did look fucked.
yeah, I don't know. It's just light sources work weird sometimes. Well, unless anyone else wants to do something in the growing red room, I guess Kevin gets to look at the thing first.
Lift the
Where?
dirt, Henry.
Look, I'm,
Oh, it's not
I'm
the
here to
wing.
ensure that the,
Give me
Well,
that
that's
the
good.
operation integrity
On it.
isn't falling.
What's the mental status of everyone?
Mental gen.
mental gen.
Mental gen.
Look, Murdoch is doing something. I'm just making sure that he isn't getting snatched into the darkness.
It is a fair point. Happened once already. So, Mr. Fenrir, having the ever, I'm not finding an adjective for that. Nose. You have a good nose. You know how things smell like. I wish I could word it any more elegantly, but my brain has already given up again.
Henry's
So,
not elegant, that's fine.
you said
Elegant
dirt.
smelling capabilities.
You are pretty sure there is some dirt under this, just because like that's how soil works.
That's how
there's
soil works.
like if you dig a cave
Oh,
and it's
no.
not stone, it's probably some sort of dirt. The red stuff you can see is a moist growth. It's like partially under. Well, it's not underwater if it's blood. The ground looks like a wet, bloody membrane that is spreading across the entire cave you're looking at. And actually, since you are the first one there, this is one of those segments where I just couldn't make it look like I want to in Dungeon Draft, despite me paying money for that. So I will consult my script. Could you give me a perception or medical check so I can determine what I tell you exactly?
Ah, yes, the medical. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so from what you can tell, Kevin, as you reach the end of this corridor, you can see the operating table is kind of like falling off the tracks, rolled over into this truly disgusting looking ground level of whatever this is. In front of you, you can see the tunnel open up into this enormous natural cave that looks very much not like the rest of the laboratory you have faced so far. On the opposite end of you, you can see presumably the roots of the gigantic tree that you have been
Going down.
that you have been currently moving under, yes. And the four pillars to your sides look like bigger outliers of those roots. What is getting your attention right now for the most part, other than the big red tree roots, is what is forced unnaturally so inserted into the stem of these roots. So basically right in the middle, down at the foot of this enormous tree that you have learned all about so far, about its massive, unnatural, chaotic, magical power and potential. you can see something that is definitely man-made and not natural. A roughly 15 by 15 meter pyramid made out of semi-translucent, and it's hard to tell with your medical medicine skill and from the distance. It looks like someone built a big pyramid and just put a bunch of skin across it. And you can see it
I love
very,
skin pyramids.
very faintly
Skin
pulsating from
pyramid
where
is
you
my
are.
best
But
friend.
that is all you can tell right
I
now
will
with your
climb on
fucking
top
one.
of the
Skin pyramid.
Sure, you're now on top of the operational card. It's very
Skin
slippery and
pyramid.
disgusting.
Yes, I do not want to touch the red stuff.
Well, you're currently saying different red stuff, but that is fine. The rest of the
Blood is
party
fine, but the other red stuff, no.
can feel free to move up if you care to do so. If you want to stay back, that is also fine with me.
I technically go in the defensive stance.
Understandable. That's the new tunnel fighter thing?
Yes.
The bonus action? Okay.
Well, you stand here and
Actually-
wait for them.
This feels appropriate. Yeah, so the rest of you would hear that Kevin has stopped moving and is currently probably looking at something.
The College of Satire? What? Hold on.
And that's what I call my education. Yeah, Kevin, you are at the ready to, well, react to whatever may or may not happen. Rest of the gang.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you have any kind of interest in pursuing whatever Kevin and his wolf are doing over there? He has so far not told you anything about it. He's just stopped
I have no
walking.
idea.
I don't even see
Like-
them, so I can't.
Like I said, I'm right now just ensuring that Urdok isn't getting snatched.
Which is very respectable.
And
Look,
well,
me and Urdok is currently battle buddies.
So true, bestie.
Probably
Joe,
for the
like you
better.
did now, battle buddy.
Do you want to be battle buddies a little bit further down the tunnel? Not trying to handhold here, you're just asking.
Is there anyone
I'll
saying
be
that
back in a
we
second.
need?
I'll go wherever Walker takes me.
Cool.
You know what? Let's fuck around and find out. Wait,
That's
does it
always
actually-
Fuck around, fuck
That's
around
always
and
a
find
good
out
thing
is
to
a
do.
very great thing.
Love when you say that.
exact thing where the pyramid thing is.
It would be right here in the middle of the...
That's way the far from me. Shit. You know what? Let's see if this is flammable. I shoot a firebolt in the middle of the puddle.
Oh my god, I want this fucking college. Oh. It's so funny.
Cantrip. Can you roll me a d10?
Bruh.
Mmm.
Let's see what the D10 does.
Nothing bad will happen from this, I swear.
Surely.
At least Kevin fucking hit himself.
So, the spell does go
Hit the
through,
gas.
but since you're currently balancing on top of a operating table that is still filled partially with a lot of blood and some ruined organs from the goblin that is currently being carried behind you, you just fucking slip and eat shit while you're trying to cast the spell, and you just plummet into the goo head first.
Owie.
You don't explode, doesn't hurt you, but fucking Christ, is it disgusting. I don't know if you've ever walked through... Shit, what is it in English? Is it just called
I
mud as
don't
well?
go through shit.
Oh, that's why you have soft hands. Oh, it also just called what? Like
Ranger
the
spells or cringe?
like or like a mud flat, I guess it's called in English. you know, when the sea retracts and it just leaves like a bunch of wet sand that you can walk across, and it feels really weird because yes, like a mud flap. So it feels like that, but slightly less sand and more
Flash.
spongy, disgusting.
Are you moving me down there as well?
I
Right,
can
is
do
it
so.
blood?
Well, he has rolled a 1 for his medicine check, so he wouldn't know.
Yeah, but
It's
I can help you describe what it would probably feel like.
well, it is red.
It's a red liquid, and I don't like it on me.
Because if
I-
it's blood, it's congealed into little slime puddles or into one big one that kinda sticks to your shoe. And it may have formed a crust on top
I don't
that
like
you
I mean,
have
that
to
is
break through.
that is pretty precisely, I think, what I've
and- yeah.
created here. If you look at it,
Mm.
Now this is gonna be an insane take, but maybe we shouldn't be here.
No,
that is
what?
up to you.
You know what? I'm already dirty. I slide forward. First,
You-
I'll stand up. Though.
Sure, you stand up. You're not prone anymore. Oop, now I made you double prone. Sorry. Anyone else that now gets into vision, you can also feel free to either roll a nature or medical or perception check to look around as Kevin walks into the middle of this natural cave.
Very natural.
Well, there aren't any like beams holding it up. There isn't like a fucking power line like outside. It is more natural than the rest of this system here. What is this weird water in here?
Although
Oh, I
sensing
love-
the magical fuckery that the D10 hinted at, I will once
love-
again try to do a firebolt. And then
Sure.
pay more attention to what the firebolt does.
Roll me a d10 first, pretty please.
Oh no.
That goes through.
And I will just fire direction of pyramid.
So, for anyone who hasn't been paying attention before or who didn't see it, Kevin is currently standing in the middle of this living membrane blood slime room and is firing a firebolt at a pulsing flesh pyramid that is lodged into the root of the demon tree on the other side of the room, which is a sentence no one wants to hear, probably. You extend your arm, you take careful, and you steady yourself this time so you don't fall again face first into this disgusting soup there. And you fire your firebolts at the pyramid of flesh.
Why are we attacking the flesh pyramid?
Well,
Well, I was trying to sense if the magic is functional correctly, and also if it's reacting to it.
Oh.
it is not functioning correctly, but you're not entirely sure if it's because of the tree or because you're standing next to the magical atomic holocaust outlet. That is up for you to decide. You fire your spell successfully, it goes off. You can see the firebolt screeching across the cave, impacting the pyramid. It is hard to miss. And you can see it like shake and recoil and pulse violently. And for a second, it glows from the inside and backlights a creature that is floating inside the pyramid, almost like in a womb on a ultrasound scan, which wouldn't be invented in this universe, but I'm trying to tell you as the player. From the short thing you can see, it is vaguely humanoid, but with terribly misshapen proportions. You're not sure if it's just like a very ugly baby or even uglier adult, if it's even humanoid at all. You catch a glance at one massive singular eye that is in the middle of its head, and then it stops pulsing again, and the pyramid comes down. Again, if anyone else wants to look inside the room, feel free to do so.
Can I examine the cart?
Yes. Tinker's tools, if you would be so kind.
Come for my purpose. Once I've done this, I'll be leaving, and you guys can deal with the flesh tree.
I'ma be heading out.
Finally, they play ball.
This could actually be very useful for you. So these guys managed to construct a very handy and easy use magical, not propulsion system, but like the simplest of artificial driving force, I guess, to utilize a minimum amount of magic to make the lorry go either this way or that way, if it isn't like completely loaded full. But
They've
you
made
imagine,
a magical combustion engine.
well, not a combustion engine. It's more like the most basic, like electric motor. It does correspond to being on the
Tesla fucking minecart. Here we go.
No, it's more like a train cart with like the electric connectivity on top. So as long as it's on the thing, it has like power to go left or right. Actually, you know what it is like? It's like a fuck. I don't know if it's called the same in English. Carrera-Bahn, like the
He
little.
spoke German. He spoke German. I did the thingy.
Copy image address. Where's voice chat here? If you look in the general chat thing, like one of these things, like where the electricity is part of the rails, and if the toy cars on it, they have power. A little bit similar to that. So it isn't like an engine built into the lorry, but rather
electrics.
Yes, like a very basic version of that. Enough to make it go back and forth. Yeah, you can probably use that in a mine to some
Yeah,
degree.
I'll
You would
take
have to
that.
you would have to re-engineer it, but you can probably,
Steal it.
or you can steal the whole thing, of course. But you know, that can be useful for you. Anyone else wants to look at something that isn't the operating table on rails?
Not really. I'm just on guard, making sure to I'm pretty much prepared to shoot things when things are
Understandable.
evidently not going so well, considering there's a fucking large demonic tree here.
No intrusive thoughts overtakes. I will splash through this.
Yeah, I'm not going with you in there.
I mean, it's getting knee deep, but
Knee deep for me or knee deep for a human?
knee deep for you.
Oh.
Yep.
Earl can't follow us. He will be drowning.
I will be drowning myself.
I'll build a raft.
Okay.
My god, this is where the submarine comes in. We found
No.
the
Zombies.
U-boat.
Yeah, this is just Iron Lung.
Actually, yeah.
Quick, where's Benny? I need to put him inside a tiny sub. Benny, you're going on a mission.
Are you guys really gonna leave me hanging? No, there's no one to look at anything around here.
Well, I can't get near anything to give it a proper look, and frankly, I'd rather us just leave this flesh pyramid underground for all time.
Family will
Understandable.
investigate.
Approved nuclear bombs.
What did you say?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Family will check this out. No.
Sure. Like, define checkout. Does he just, like, sniff it or go through it?
He pisses on it.
Basically, they just see if all of those are just dead corpses or not.
So, yeah, they would be
It might
corpses.
come to you as a
Rest of
great
you.
surprise, but I don't think I want to go in here.
No.
Understandable. So you
Yeah,
want to
this just
take a
looks like pain. You know what? I fucking bet fucking lair action is just you be in this puddle, you die.
Kevin throws a dart at you, apparently.
Wow.
What?
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
What a piece of shit.
I didn't do that.
Someone just marked him as a target. Wasn't me.
I can't
Oh,
believe
Just said Urdoc.
Did you just mark yourself as a target for a blink dart?
Man.
I don't even have a blink dart.
I don't even know what a blink dart is.
Well, I'll unmark you, I guess. Kevin, do you want to look at the other parts of the routes
Yes.
now that you're closer to them? Sure.
Yes. I will. take a
Arcana,
closer look.
medical, perception, anything you think could be useful. I will adjust my answer accordingly. I give you the...
Persuasion.
Yeah,
But from
okay, you're
what
not
you
going
said
to...
was Arcana is the only thing I can do, so you know.
That was so close to a 20.
Do we have Speak with Dead? No.
You can see in those 4 separate routes, like you have the main thing over here, it's where the flesh pyramid is lodged into it violently. And then you have the 4 separate like side route thingies, all connected by this weird goo on the ground. And
Ground goo.
yes, by definition. And you can see now that you're standing close to them, they are also not just natural formations, and if they are straight out of hell, but that wouldn't be that much of a new thing. Essentially what you're looking at is some sort of shaped can't believe I lost the word for
Right.
it. Yes.
Can you point out which one of these is the flesh pyramid?
The big
I'm gonna
one.
go on the wall. I guess it's probably the enormous fucking one.
You
Yes.
mean the tree?
Yes. There is a flesh pyramid wedged inside a tree. Someone has forcibly split the tree
Okay.
apart to wedge that thing in there.
You know, it'd be really good if we had a druid with us that could commune with the tree.
And
Gonna
here
be honest, I
what's
don't
Scream.
know
screaming?
if you
Yeah.
want to talk to this tree.
Hold
I
up.
don't know, it seems like it might be a bit pissed off if I want to help.
We don't know any 3 people, but they're still alive.
Oh,
True.
I might not necessarily be a tree people, but I have a spell for this.
But yeah, Kevin, what you can see is there is a God, I've already... Give me like 2 seconds to remember this word. What? Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
I
A
don't use
hollowing
this yet.
out. There is a hollowed out space inside these side routes, like a much more smaller version of what is holding the pyramid. You think to like maybe place something in there, and you can see a well, some sort of string is hanging, like a string made out of a fleshy material is hanging from above that, leading towards these hollowed out wombs that were ready to conceive something,
I
and
don't
those
trust flesh string.
fleshy strings are all leading towards the pyramid. What you can also see now that you're closer to them, that one of those trees, which would actually be the one that Fender is next to, that hollowed out part is way bigger and has been similar to the growing vase that you saw earlier, has been forcefully ripped apart, and whatever was in there is now gone. And once you look up, you can see the remaining scratch marks that lead up this tree, and you can, through a already growing shut again, like hole in the woodwork above you in the cave system, you can see a tiny bit of the sky. If you guys want, you can give me a history check or a nature check to comprehend what Kevin is probably telling you guys, I hope.
Yes. But I don't know what the fuck it means though.
Arnos, please, for my sanity,
What do you want?
a history check if you'll be so kind.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry that I'm asking you guys to roll
Okay,
dice in a role-playing
actually,
game.
what is it I'm actually rolling for?
Kevin
He
is
has no
describing
goddamn clue.
Kevin is describing something to you that has happened to the side routes of this chamber, and you are trying to piece one and one together with something you experienced a few days ago. And since I'm pretty sure you guys won't remember it because it was like 2 months ago, I'm trying to tell you in character.
Do you mean when we put it accidentally on fire, the whole tree, or when we
Yes.
touched the little? Okay, because there's two events. Is when we lit the fucking tree on fire and it adapted to be resistant to fire, and it was the weird thingy that we found in one of the roots somewhere, where I became Walker fucking alarm company.
Nope, that is more of the setting on fire type. There was an event right after that, what you're trying to put together.
When we tried to sleep, there was some noises.
Say that again and slowly?
When we slept afterwards, there was noises on the tree.
That is correct.
I don't know what the fuck any of you are talking about.
Okay, I'll roll. 18.
So you would probably combine with all of your intelligence that, similar to the growing rats back there, when the tree suddenly caught fire and started screaming loud enough that Erdok died, or
I do remember that.
Whatever was slumbering in here in one of these artificial, natural combination wombs, whatever the fuck, trying to feed the pyramid, probably woke up and decided to not be a source of sustenance for whatever the fuck is growing in this pyramid, and yeeted the fuck out. Which would be, would collaborate with the scratch marks all over this inner wall and the gigantic hole on top of you, leading to the crown of the tree. And you would also be able to roll a nature or survival check at advantage to figure out what the fuck escaped here.
Are we still on the? This is like fiendish, by the way.
This wouldn't be fiendish, no.
Oh, okay. 17.
So you look at the scratch marks on the ground and the tree and the hole leading up, and you remember the scratching and the flapping of the wings that you guys heard when the tree was set on fire and decided to just not investigate because, why poke the bear? And then you look towards your small dragon companion and you put one and one together like, oh no. There may or may have not been something close to or resembling some sort of dragon that may have been locked down here to either protect or provide sustenance to whatever the fuck is growing.
Is this how Kevin is gonna get his feet? I see now.
No, that was what you guys were supposed to fight down here until you woke it up prematurely and had decided to knock the fuck out. And again, putting one and one together, there is a realistic chance that the freetards that also escaped from the growing rats when everything went to shit either freed the dragon themselves or just they woke up at the same time and decided the opportunity was rife, and they combined their forces to basically bore themselves through the center of the tree and escape into somewhere.
They are covered.
You would also be able to tell, since you are somewhat of a dragon aficionado, that while you're pretty sure those claw marks are from a dragon, those claws don't look all the same. And since you're pretty sure that they didn't have like 4 different dragons locked up in here, maybe it is one dragon with 4 different claws.
Franken-dragon.
What did you just say?
Franken-dragon.
I understood something way more offensive than that. Yes, the idea of a Frankenstein dragon down here isn't that far. There is a realistic chance of that being a thing with everything else they've created down here.
Is this open enough for me to see inside it?
Well, yes, it is open. It's just that there's nothing inside there right now. This was one of the ones that was presumably left empty for one of the freetards to be put in. But they decided to not do that. And have instead, well, escaped. And since you guys decided to not look outside when the terrible noises happened, they didn't feel bothered at all and just left. Which, good for you, bad for you, bad for someone probably. But in that case, you guys dodged a gigantic Frankenstein dragon form bullet.
But where the fuck is it?
Well, that's the next question.
It is somewhere. They're probably fine.
I will actually retro cast something.
Sure.
Did my divine sense?
All right.
I'll actually go back a bit. Just...
Okay, let me
Sure.
quickly double check the definition of something. I don't want to lie to you.
Goddamn definitions.
Oh, that definitely does apply. So, you get a terribly disgusting stench or noxious odor, as the spell describes it, of evil. Oh my god, very much evil, bad, please kill it right from here. And it does appear to be a celestial being or whatever the higher version of that is.
Higher than Celestial?
Yep.
High Celestial?
Well, in the sense, you know, like you have a fiend. And I would say like the leveled up version of a fiend might be like a demon. You have celestials, and then the leveled up version, whatever the fuck, is currently inside the flesh pyramid.
Is it friendly?
Or I think I found the
Depends
big
on how
brother.
evil you see yourself.
That's a good point.
So essentially, this
Is
might
it
be
interested in any
Orphic's
future
big brother.
bridge projects?
Well, it has no mouth.
Yet it must scream.
If you continue shooting fireballs at it, it might.
That's a Kevin problem. Then that's nothing I need.
Okay.
What? I'm gonna go out there. And Fenrir will be our scout.
So Kevin, do you want do you want some questions to be answered?
Which ones?
The punts are the yes or no question.
Ah,
Sure.
I can get answers to 3 of them.
What? Oh, I see.
I know. I am truly one of those clerics of all time.
The DM will know. The DM.
that is me.
Yeah.
I do have my. I didn't stay up all night for nothing. I wrote all of my scripts because I appreciate my players, and if Jeffy says he needs to sleep tomorrow, I don't. So, you know, I've planned out this lot. Just need to write it down.
I don't know which answers I want to answer.
I have one question. I want to know if the dragons in the vicinity.
How would you find? How would you
Wait,
know?
This is the one.
Hmm?
This is the one. He is casting divine intervention thingy.
Oh.
Oh no, commune, even more powerful.
Right, can you post that? Sorry, is that the one where I have to answer riddles?
No, you have to answer me in yes or no, unless it's for whatever reason unclear.
Oh,
You know
the
what?
answer to that is no.
I see that we're taking a kind of a break. Yeah.
I
You know
think
what
to take a
time
short
it
rest.
is?
How you're scrying?
Yes.
I can't actually scry myself now.
Let's go on. We have 1d3. Let's roll a d6. Is this a d6? No, that's a D6.
Scrying is 1,000 gold. Holy
1,
moly.
2 is the fucking
Yeah, if you don't use
woman. 2, 3. Oh, let's carry on the
Use with the
L.
focus that is 1,000 gold. You don't lose it
Ah.
afterwards, so.
Elf,
I just
please.
I just wanted to call her Raftalia, but that's a character from fucking Rise
Wolf
of
and
the Shield Hero.
Spice?
No, Rise of the Shield Hero.
Oh.
Wait, do I? Oh my god, do I not have them in Foundry? Am I this lost? Wait.
Krabbit, you are truly this lost.
Ain't no way. See, the last time you guys killed them, and oh yeah, it was in the desert, I guess.
It was
Wait,
in the desert.
Did you say that being there was celestial and evil?
Yes, those are not
Yeah.
mutually exclusive. That is why I looked it up specifically.
Have you heard of these funny people called the Betrayer Gods, Kevin?
Yeah, I just had to confirm this.
Yeah, that's what I also had to confirm that I wasn't sure if celestial automatically means.
You people fucking heard of
Actually,
D&D lore?
to be
I
fair,
know celestial can be evil.
To be
But
fair,
I-
according to 5e wiki, by definition they have a good alignment, but also we don't listen to that because
And also have the betrayers that is still celestial.
yeah, because celestial to me just means like dietic in some sense or another, because they're like saying like angels and archons,
Damn.
like like from deity the adjective is
I
think
know.
dietic. I wasn't sure if what I was saying correctly.
I said
Um,
dietetic.
He's bozoing.
I'm not bozoing. I do
Bozoing.
feel a little bit.
Stop him! Stop him!
It started with R. That's the whole reason.
A rapist?
Well,
Racist.
that's certainly. But God, can I not remember her name?
The retarded?
Ralia. That's what it was.
Hold on, I'm gonna go take a piss in the meantime.
Let me quickly read through something. Who's crying? Question yours. Oh, that's commune. Can you post me the rules for scrying once again? Once again, asking for a full description on scrying since I can't make it unfold itself so I can read it.
There you go.
Thank you.
I also have scrying now.
That is important. Okay. So I would say you know her basically in and out. You have stabbed her before. So you know the target well, so -5. You have her likeness. I don't.
You look
Did
like
you guys?
a woman I've stabbed before.
Do you guys like keep any of the like gear or anything?
Hmm?
Do you guys remember that? Do you if you kept any when you killed them in the desert? Did you like loot them for anything that you can use to scry? I don't remember.
I don't remember what they had.
I don't know what the hell you're talking.
But are you still
I'm
thinking about
back.
the retards?
Yes.
I still have some of the money.
Uh-huh. What
Fair enough.
happened?
Money.
I was asking if you guys had any like personal possessions.
We took their life.
Well, yeah, that's why I said you know her firsthand, basically. Inside
No,
out
no, we
because you
took
stabbed
their
her.
life. And took usually means that we have something of theirs, which
This
is
appears
their
to be more
life.
like
Uh,
a physical thing.
I stole a bunch of money. Might have a coin or
Same.
two left of that.
No, I have like 100 feet of rope that's stolen from them.
That's dark. Okay. Speaking of dark things,
So
actually, I have to
specific.
physically.
Yeah,
go
remember
through
in the
fucking-
arena, I looted all of them and they had fucking
Gonna go insane. I'm currently on roll 20.
Jesus, why is the fucking... Can I make it
Okay.
more blue? Hello?
So, oh no, that's disappointing. Wisdom saving throw.
God damn.
If I am correct.
I have changed the lighting
so
lighting in
+2.
my room.
So there's a D20 +2.
Krabbit,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you something, but I will not out it vocally here to the rest. Because this
Okay,
is something that can be quite fucked up if it
I'll
is
have my
true.
DMs open and I will answer you as soon as I've done the scrying.
Yeah.
That's 19 -7.
Mm-hmm.
So that fails. Orphic,
Yes.
you sit down probably outside of the gooey part, out of respect of
Gooey.
Lyra having no shoes on usually. And you
No,
sit
having
down, leaning
just fucking fishing boots.
Sure, yeah. So you sit down, you lean against the wall, you get out your little hand mirror, and for some reason she comes from the right side, and she's wearing like those fishing pants that go up to the waist
Mm-hmm.
to mix things up, and she slumps down beside you, rumpled nose, visibly not happy to be here. And he just looks around, and she actually looks the closest you've ever seen her to being, honest to God, terrified. If you remember last time she was in a similar situation, actually also a pyramid filled with blood, she found it more like funny in a hysterical way than anything else. You remember her dancing through the blood like an insane person.
Yeah.
This time she actually seems somewhat concerned, and she keeps looking over to this disgusting thing vibrating in the pyramid. But
Well, Orphic
we-
will ask bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
that's the understatement of the King Century. But since you're looking for someone else, let me see what we can do. And she kind of touches her hand over the mirror, and you feel the vision fade around you, and you get pulled far, far away into a darkened castle. Not the same one that you saw when you were sitting on the magical scrying chair, but something of at least somewhat similar build. And you're having a hard time to focus, actually. The castle keeps almost like you're trying to watch like a video with really bad internet, like the connection seems unstable. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes it's just nothingness. You can hear storms brewing around you and wind rushing past your ears. You're back in the castle, and on top of a enormous tower that almost reaches into the clouds, and you can see the familiar blonde hair of the elf called Ralia, the noble's daughter you have killed more than once, every time deserved. So she is
More than
currently, yes, I think 3 times.
No, only once.
Well,
We
you've
killed them
killed.
only once.
Well, you've
We
killed
nearly
them
killed
once.
them
You nearly
twice.
killed them multiple times before that. Yes.
They should depict a fight with us. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So true.
So as your vision starts to focus on her, also, again, with her blinking back and in out of existence, sometimes appearing in the field of vision, sometimes just not being there. She is currently sitting on top of that tower with her back leaning against a heaving mass of flesh that you have trouble identifying further. You can see the unclear shadows of a person to her left and to her right. She herself has visibly changed from the last time you saw her. She still has her elven ears, and the face kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you remember her actually looking. Her skin has turned a sickly red instead of the like elven ivory it was before. She has grown uncomfortably long teeth, and her eyes were already a piercing green before that, but now they just seem to stare right through your soul. She doesn't seem to be aware that you're there, but she's just looking around like a haunted animal, like a predator, like driven into a corner, just back and forth, licking her disgusting teeth, scratching her red skin, and sharpening arrow tips. Anything else you want to know about that, Jebby?
What to say? They gone fair.
Well, it is an Orphic move, okay. So I'll tell the group about it. Yeah.
You can see Orphic being in his trance just suddenly starts talking.
And oh, that's not the end of scrying.
Well, isn't it like 10 minutes?
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
imagine not
I don't know.
much
I don't know if you were like.
changes.
No, she's just currently sitting there doing it. And I didn't know if you wanted to like know something specific. I didn't want to end it prematurely. If you want to try to focus on something, or if you want to like listen.
Scrying considered
I have also
concentration.
given you my question. And I don't know if I really want to find out, but here we are.
Hold on. So, Cry, it was that you
Oh.
couldn't use a concentration spell with another concentration spell at the
Yes,
same
you're
time,
not allowed,
right?
You're not allowed to use 2 concentration spells.
But you're allowed to cast another spell that's not concentration.
yeah.
Yes.
Well then.
The only way you can have 2 concentration spells is by twin spell.
Well then. Orphic move coming. Who
Or
would have
defeats.
guessed?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Ah.
defeat doesn't give you it. That's a fallacy.
There's one feat that does it.
No, it doesn't. Then it's a homebrew.
Oh.
I know which one you're talking about. That one doesn't.
It's
do
not
anything.
concentration.
It only gives you advantage.
This is sending the one that's like within a certain range.
No.
Aren't you thinking of message?
That's message one with a certain range. Sending has. See, it has to be on the same thing.
The same plane of existence?
Yes. Across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just Oh god, I have to close my window again. Mixing up, sending a message again. So you are trying to send a 25-word message to a
Yes.
creature which you are familiar with. Sure. Go
Well,
ahead, funny man.
Would like to count, because I've counted already, but
Give me a second.
this time I've thought ahead.
Amazing.
Oh fuck, do we...
Oh,
I am
fuck
very
you,
deep
we-
in my own shenanigans here, so
I'll get back to you on that program in a second.
that's fine.
You might not want to. Whenever Walker says the word shenanigans, I get nervous.
I'm the one getting nervous.
I might be asking a not so very nice deity a question or two.
Oh boy. So, from nobleman to beast, would have seen such a outcome. You can take this as your official challenge.
I think it's within reason.
I think you have 5 words left.
I don't think there's gonna be something very value in 5 words.
I know if you want to like put a classic dick behind
Love
that or like
you,
BB
XOXO.
bibbidi boobidi Laura Bailey signed XO.
Oops. Let's see.
I'm trying to remember if she automatically knows it's from you. Ah, creature has mentioned that might recognize you as the sender if it knows you.
Oh no.
She does know you. She is once again intimately familiar with you.
It is like we've encountered a few times.
You have been discarded. Forgotten.
For gore.
And that's it.
I forgot.
I forgot skeleton emotion.
It is basically trying to anger them. That is 5 words, I just counted
Wow.
Yeah, I'm my return message.
it.
I do like counting words that do it.
It is
Counting
important,
word
okay.
RP.
Well, yeah, usually you'd have a person
So-
count the words as you say them.
Nelly,
Hello.
if there's something radiating from it that looks a bit unnatural, Rod.
See. Huh?
That's the only tip I'm gonna
Okay.
give Rod.
So she, for seconds, stops looking around, and you can basically see her unnaturally green eyes lock with you. And then
Does
she
she have
smiles
true
at you.
sight? Or see invisibility?
Well, you can roll me an arcane check for that.
Because otherwise she can't really lock eyes with the fucking guy.
Roll me either insight or arcane check for that.
Inside? No. I choose not to. Wow.
I'm doing some advanced magic shit. Meanwhile, I'm throwing out the fucking elk.
Sure. You don't know if she has true sight, but there are things probably within her vicinity that very much do have true sight. So she is like vaguely staring into your direction, like someone pointed out to her. That's
Staring
her.
into your soul.
I imagine
That's
the
what
eye just shifts.
Yeah, I guess
to
he's like
another
just staring
direction.
slightly above your head, but
Oh.
enough
Breaking
to
the fourth wall.
unnerve. Yes, exactly. Enough to unnerve you. And she says, "Oh, we are far from being discarded, and once we are done, no one will be able to forget what we will do.
Ah, shit.
So
They are gonna do the Boeing 737 into the teleportation tower.
feel free to come and get it, funny Bartman." And then she just starts maniacally laughing,
Okay.
and
I
she's
assume it
trying
also
to
cuts out
intimidate
on
you.
Intimidated. Why did you roll for me?
I have you say, well, she rolled a 10 on intimidation,
Yeah,
so not too impressive, but of course she's kind of staring next to you. But
It's kind of hard
Well.
to be intimidated by someone you have like killed, basically 3
Yeah.
times.
well, to be fair, if I killed someone and they came back 3 times, I would still
They
be
didn't
concerned.
come back 3 times. This is the first time.
I mean,
This
look,
is the first astral kill.
Yeah.
the
Yes,
difference
yeah.
is that they've come back 3 times and they've just been literally handed their ass over all
Should
the
I be
3
concerned
times.
about the black circle here?
It's an elk.
It's
Oh,
an
it'll be fine,
elk?
Cry, don't worry about it.
Oh, it's an elk, okay.
So, I assume the
Say,
sending
instead of sending
party and
me,
all that
sending
shenanigans is
down.
over.
Sending the elk down.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a small badger or something, but it became an elk.
Yeah. Where do you want to send the elk?
Into the pyramid.
Okay, we will get to that.
I also added another notice in my DM. Because I also realized that, yeah,
Yeah, I
it,
quickly
it,
wanted to
it would
finish,
know. It would know.
finish reading up on that.
Well, if, like I
And-
said, if something bad happens or something looks a bit sus, run.
I'm not even paying attention backwards.
That might be.
I'm paying
might
attention
be
to
good.
the fucking wobbly pyramid.
That's fine. I mean, to be fair, if something does happen, it might just help us. But that is a bit of a.
I believe that's some copium on your part, Walker.
That is a hard copium, unless for whatever reason some shenanigans really pay off this time around.
Well, I don't think we're going into combat soon.
Okay. Well, do you want
I
me
hope
to
so.
write you back in a DM, or is it are you fine with me saying it?
Either that or just have it vaguely so you don't reveal the identities.
Okay. So,
No.
involved with conflict? Yes. Oh my god, yes. No one's stopping that. That is right up the alley of that person. Also, top of the list of kinds of things that probably about to get banned after the thing happens. Like, get it as far away from anything as possible.
After 9/11 happens.
Nope, not going there. If there's any chance that this person could get involved with things like this, which, you know, you've seen other gods taking their part here, probably a good chance. Probably not great. Probably actually pretty fucking bad.
My greatest question if I want to use divination to probe for more info.
Oh, hold on. I'm planning
will
to send
really
more
quickly need to take a
sanding
piss.
spells.
I'll be right back for that.
So, now that Krybaton isn't here, do we want to challenge the three tarts right now? Like, ask them their location and go and fight them?
I still think we should just put a nice big wall up at this entrance and leave.
Let this tree grow higher.
I'm inquiring
You need to
some
take it
dark
down.
gods about some information. Okay.
Well, if you can inquire about the gods to get involved and come fucking finish this shit, you know, that would be preferable.
Murdoch, do you have a chainsaw?
Do I have a chainsaw?
Yes.
No. But I could probably make one.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Look, just while Carbaton is fishing, we just make a chainsaw and cut down the tree.
If you
My
gave
God,
me
it's
some
pissing.
time, in
No,
the
no,
room
hold
behind
on,
us,
hold
I
on.
could take enough of the metals apart and stuff and make a chainsaw.
No. You're thinking too small. So, tell me, do you have styrofoam and gasoline?
On
It's
your word,
it's
you're saying.
resistant to fire.
Styrofoam and gasoline.
That makes
Napalm.
fucking, what you call it, napalm. But it is
Exactly.
Yes,
resistant to fire,
It's
so
still
napalm
fire.
Okay then. Do you have fucking?
Acid spray it. We just
Do you have
we could
chlorine?
cheat.
I
Do
will
you have
continue to get this
chlorine
sloppy.
and the base? Oh,
What is it called? Agent Orange?
Every time
Yeah.
you try and use some kind of like Mass Effect weapon on it, it's gonna evolve itself out.
yeah, but
Oh,
at some
no.
point it can't evolve anymore.
Look, we just
No,
need.
at some point we make a super tree that is immune to everything.
No,
No,
you're thinking about
We-
about
no,
an
take it over.
infection.
We'll deal the blow with Agent Orange.
Yeah,
It won't work.
Excuse me?
don't worry. We're talking
Yeah,
about
but it's trying
chlorine
to
gas.
burn the resistant to burning tree.
No, it's not for the tree. It's for the forest itself.
Why do you want to destroy the forest?
Elves live there.
So it doesn't get its terrible sequel.
Hmm? Think about it. You're a dwarf. You hate elves. You should
That
agree
is-
with the plan.
I've never met any elves in the forest.
You don't know that. That's because they're hiding.
Yes.
I
So
think
we
he's
haven't
gone insane.
met them.
I think he's gone completely insane.
Oh,
I will ask.
I'm making
our,
bullshit. Yes.
my fellow friend that I just asked a question to. In what kind of way is she involved?
Are you using
She-
I
like
will be using divination, yeah.
divination?
The one you could answer in rhymes and shenanigans.
Okay, let me compose myself for that for a second.
Oh boy, I do like communicating with the gods. Nothing bad could ever happen.
So true.
Okay. So your response would be something along the lines of, since your dragon god does like to speak in riddles and very slow because it's so big, just like me. There's an old saying that when one door closes, another might open. Sometimes it's not a door, not a gate, not even a window. But if you're determined enough, even just getting to look through the keyhole might fill you with
Just as a very quick question. This is from I'm asking the same one as I did in DM.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just had to make sure.
yeah. Even the slightest glance through that door that closed might
Oh.
reignite a fire long extinguished before. And even if
fucking riddles, man.
that is the whole part of it, and even if you have no way of getting through the door, you might still do anything in your power to influence what is happening on the other side.
Okay.
Especially when it relates to you in such a specific way.
It is quite convenient, isn't it?
This specifically, yes, this specific situation.
Fair enough. I will stop my pondering of the gods.
There is some pondering going on.
Though I can't say that I am particularly very happy with any of it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is the question. Better to know or not to know?
We'll see. So, what's going on with the tree?
Well, we're sending Alec down with the order of coming back if there's nothing hostile there, or making scary Alec sounds if there's hostile there.
Is it like actively poking it, or?
Huh?
Is it like actively poking it, or is it just standing there?
So it's gonna go down. If there's an entrance, it's going in there.
Yeah, the
Otherwise,
pyramid
how to
does
make an entrance?
not have an entrance. It's trying to make an entrance.
Honestly, Cry, keep up.
Then we're making an entrance.
So,
Okay.
party, do we want to challenge the retards to a duel?
Haven't you already done that?
I think
It was.
I
Kind
think
of.
we should deal with an enormous red tree first.
Well, yeah, but I can still fuck with them.
Orphic
You-
literally
you
getting
can
ready
fuck
to
with
throw
them
hands and
whenever
afterwards
you want
asking
to.
his friends if they want to come with.
I'm gonna kick some ass, even if you're here or not.
Mm-hmm. So, essentially what you're trying to
Prismatic
do
Spray
is...
has something to say about the Cry. Oh.
Well, since you... I'm not saying anything, it's just you will see. What I'm gathering here is that Fenrir and the elk walk up to the pyramid in the tree and I guess just start poking it, and since they don't find an entrance, they just start going at it with their natural powers, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So both of them just start attacking the flesh pyramid. With their teeth and their hooves and their...
And
It's
I
not
obviously
horns.
go into my stance.
Yes, and you're going to get your stance ready behind them. With every strike they take, every bit of like reddish ichor that sprays out of the pyramid, the pulsing and glowing gets more violent and radical until probably Fenrir with his teeth just rips open the last seam that was holding this whole terrible construction together, and it just rips open, and you can see what it is inside just kind of slushing out in the most disgusting way. I don't know if anyone needs a reference, but if you know what a demon Kulaba is, from Warhammer.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know if Jerry needs to censor that on his YouTube channel, but imagine if you just like rip open a pregnant woman and fucking the baby just sloshes out. That but bigger. So the pyramid collapses, and you can see this.
Cry.
Yes.
I'm just gonna start taking some of this brickwork and tile flooring and just making a small barricade in front of me, just as a precaution.
Sure.
Can I by any chance help you expand it so I also can hide behind it?
Yeah. Grab some bricks. Come on.
Yeah. basically
Just
putting up
gonna
a
hide.
sandbag wall of bricks.
I will also sprint over there and assist them with making a wall.
So
I take
Alright,
it we
guys,
don't have
brothers.
10 minutes, do we?
We are. No, we don't.
I summoned the
Again.
mage hand to help us with it.
sure, I can put the mage hand down.
You don't
Remember
have to.
magic stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a D10 because it's a cantrip.
Solution to all my problems. You pull up a gun.
Pull up a
True.
gun.
Again, I don't have a token because just couldn't find anything that looked sufficiently disgusting enough.
I almost hope to see like the most scuffed drawing ever.
I can see if I can make one for the recap.
Hey, you went to
So
art
this thing
college?
just erupts out of its breeding womb as it collapses behind it. Tumbles onto the floor, kind of tripping over itself in its like umbilical cord still connected to it. And now it's just here on all fours on the ground. The parts of the pyramid still just partially stuck to it. It's completely covered in this disgusting slime. And it's just very slowly, this 10-15 meter large, homunculus baby looking creature with completely smooth features, like no genitalia, no nothing, just a blank face with one massive eye. It's just very slowly, like, unconscious moving, and the eyes starting around, and it's just still pulsing and making disgusting whining noises. That is as it is slowly moving on the ground. Not
I
towards you, just...
See if that is the same thing as I sensed earlier.
Yes!
He's evil. Uncelestial.
I mean, if you want to, I can pull the trigger.
Should we try to communicate with it?
I can communicate it with a musket ball.
I don't know if I like any of these ideas.
You think it speaks American?
Maybe.
Most things do, which is what concerns me.
I bet Kevin, you know what? Your idea, you go speak.
I mean, the body's here.
Huh?
Speaker.
Nah, fuck you. You're gonna talk to the damn creature. You pulled it out. You talk to it.
Yeah, this is your idea, Kevin.
This
So-
is
so
your
okay.
problem, chief.
I will approach it.
Look, actually,
So-
I'll do you one favor. I'll put Overwatch, okay?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I just imagine the wall getting bigger, and we're just
This music
enclosing the
does not
cave.
spark joy.
So, is
Yes.
it just middle of the air, or where is it like?
Yeah, where?
Walker, you tell me you're surprised that we pulled a demon baby out of a cocoon and you're...
It's not a demon, it's a celestial.
It does not
Exactly.
look positive, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you said demon. It's celestial.
It is a celestial.
Ah, yes.
and-
Fuck, I ran out of stick.
Listen, I'm just happy in that my good traditional dwarven religions, our gods look like us.
I can't draw more of it, so there's half the baby.
All of the baby.
Oh god, it's large.
I mean, we should probably send the bard here that speaks celestial speech, whatever the fuck that is.
No.
Let's
Thank
grab
you
the
very
bard
much,
and
no.
throw him over the barricade.
No, tiny man, no.
Okay, don't you have a megaphone? So actually, put the Kevin, come back. We'll take you take my brick, deliver it, and we use it as a megaphone.
Yes.
Throw the brick!
I grab the
I'll-
brick,
I'll
run
give you
back,
the metaphorical brick.
and I will put it beside him,
No.
and run the fuck out of it again.
Okay, Orphan, do your job.
Me?
Yeah, look, you're the only one that speaks celestial.
Talk to the demon, you stupid bastard.
Do I actually speak celestial?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you do because you're.
I
Is
think
that
you do.
what
I
you
do.
raised?
Because
Fuck.
Asimar, you have Celestial.
God fucking damn it. Oh, hey, you don't know that.
Oh, I do.
How?
I
How
can
do you know
sense
that?
it.
It
I
doesn't
do.
matter if you sense it. You don't know if I speak Celestial.
It's your birthright.
Yeah, fuck off. It's your birthright to
Look,
speak to
look,
that thing.
Speak to your cousin there.
No.
That does seem like racial profiling.
Does that by any
Speak to your evil
chance?
cousin.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Does it by any chance what?
Where's Banish when you need it? I
Wow.
just refuse to deal with this. I'm Banish. Fucking sadly, I don't have the spell.
Oh, you want banishment?
Just send it back to where it came from. I don't.
Up.
This does not
gonna-
spark
I'm
joy.
gonna hum to get banishment.
Time to pray.
It is
No.
just on the ground, like moving
Making
back and
sound.
forth, untangling itself, trying to very slowly, move towards you.
I
Huh?
don't like that it is moving towards us.
Fenrir will, in a non-hostile
Wait, I have an idea.
approach it.
I have an
and
idea.
try
How
to be
far away is it?
friendly
That's
with
20
it.
feet? Okay, guys, I have a plan. I've got the anchor sphere in my pocket. If we can turn it on, we throw it at the evil baby, we trap its soul.
That is.
Karai, does it have a
Okay.
soul?
You know, fucking Pokemon with souls.
Hold
so
on,
true.
Karai, does it have a soul?
How would you even roll for that?
I can see souls, my
Religion-
man. What do you mean?
In that case, that would be interesting. So, what you can see is not a soul.
But many.
Also not that.
Mm.
Fuck.
Once again, how do I even start describing that?
Is a non-soul soul?
No.
The dark soul.
Mm,
I like so.
Some dung eater.
okay, imagine for a second that instead of being able to see souls,
Uh-huh.
you were able to see USB sticks. If you were looking at this thing, you wouldn't be able to see a USB stick, but you can very clearly tell that there is a USB adapter right in there.
So there's a
It
place for the
hasn't got
soul,
a
but not the soul.
yet.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can.
So a place
They
that
were gonna put a soul in it. And we
I
beat
don't
them
think-
to it.
I don't like this.
So
Okay.
it's a soulless evil celestial.
It is not technically a celestial. It is just it triggers the same things in
The
your head.
vibes.
Yeah.
They were trying to make their own god.
Well, I'll inform Murdoch that his little magic sphere is useless.
Bollocks.
Well, if it
All
gets
right,
within
old-fashioned way,
60
we shoot
feet,
it with massive fucking gun.
why shoot it?
Graviton.
Yes.
Usual solution for children.
This is not celestial per se, but it does trigger in the same way. You say, yeah?
Yes, I made the comparison that like the.
I will
demon-
use a survival check with advantage due to favored enemies. Oh!
You'll do
Because
a
I
what?
have-
Hold on, what are
I-
you doing?
I will.
It's a ranger.
imply-
It was ranger case.
I have favored enemies, which gives me more information on them on the survival
Okay.
check, and I get advantage.
So it's
Hey,
like
yo, what
super
the fuck?
effective racism.
Yes.
Yeah, so celestial.
Why am I
entities
your
is my
favorite
target.
enemy?
'Cause
None
you're
of
For
them
an
fuck.
explicit reason that I can't be explaining you right now.
It is one of the two good things rangers can do.
And that's the alternative ones, not even the original one.
Yeah, let him have his moment, okay?
I will.
Survival. Where did you go? There you go. Go. Oh, hell yeah! Krabaton, can I inquire anything off this thing? Do I know anything with this, considering my favorable circumstances?
Okay. You are already pretty sure that this thing isn't complete in the sense that you would describe a fully developed existing anything. It is quite literally a gigantic baby, if not quite natural at that, but you know what I mean. You can determine that it definitely, again, triggers the same, I don't know, things in your head that looking at a celestial would, even though it is very clear that this isn't like a lawful good energy type of vibe that's coming off here. You're fairly sure that this thing is not sentient in the common sense. It is basically one step above the creatures that you fought like earlier. Like if you look at the Grimrod Queen behind you, basically this amalgamation over here is like the next evolution of what the Queen is doing right now. So it doesn't have its own soul yet. It's still able to do like some idle movement. But unlike the Grimrod Queen, which was made so the Doctor can control it himself, this very much seems to be a vessel more than anything else, ready to receive that soul or entity or whatever they're trying to do here. If you want to, you can roll a just intelligence check or I don't know, religious check if you want to recall some of the stuff you were reading about in the
20.
Let me look specifically at the
Me and Murdoch is making a strong ass wall.
Yeah, I just I did some reinforcements on it. Got some fire in a second.
Oh,
I'm gonna pull up some of these.
I just
wooden
noticed,
slats.
Krabaton, I have an absolute silly passive perception. I even worse than I thought.
worse in the sense of
24.
higher. Yes.
There you go. Added some wooden reinforcements to it as well from these wooden slats in the ground. Put a gate in it in case we need to sally forth.
well, Walker, are you still doing something?
Yes, I'm currently
I
just
thought I
putting
would
the
do-
text down. So I can paraphrase it from the things you read earlier. This goes right here. And this word is important. And because I can't find it on the original text. So in your head, shooting back and forth, you recall some of the things that you have read on the different kinds of notes, the religious texts that you found in this facility, and the things you have seen, the things you have figured out while investigating it.
So Arnold, do you think we need to stop the body from existing?
I mean, what is the negatives of us doing it?
The R&D team doesn't
baby
get it.
dies.
No, think about it. The R&D
I mean, if we can
Could
tape
get-
it and make it a pet,
How in all fuck are we gonna get this thing anywhere near to R&D?
I'm gonna be honest,
you're gonna have a
Nugua,
walk, but the centipedes should be able to carry it.
give
Nugua
me
has a lot
8
of leeway, but a
hours.
15-meter tall mutant baby, I don't know how she feels about that.
Give me 8 hours
Could we
and
put it
I'll
inside
do
a bag of holding?
In
I mean,
pieces.
probably piece by piece, like the
We
statue.
tried that one, and one man is gone.
Actually, hold on, no. It's not a
True.
creature because it doesn't possess a soul.
Yeah, but was it the soul
we
part that
can.
made it do that?
No, it is still a creature, just it doesn't have a soul.
The soulless creature.
Because
Like
it's the
that.
same thing with my alien queen behind me.
Oh yeah, but
Wait,
what
so
makes...
this is just a ginger then?
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
Well, in the meantime, there you go.
Primaton is making gingers inside of a tree. Damn.
So true.
There you go, Cry. I cast
He has
Lullaby on it
he's
3
been exposed
times.
for his ginger creations. I don't know why, but I immediately got like the old meme of like the dude saying, like singing ginger for fucking 3 minutes.
Does it have ears?
It does not have ears, it only has a big eye. It is
Blinded.
not able to hear you, sadly.
Well then.
Well, shit.
Fuck that shit.
It is
Just tell
still
me
just...
if you want to do Order 66 on it.
I mean, we could feed it a soul. Hmm?
Do you have a soul available to feed it?
I mean... we have at
do it.
least 3.
Do we?
Yeah, we have Fenrir, the elk.
Orphic says,
And
looking
the
at Odo,
goblin.
Kevin, and Anos. I have at least
Listen
3.
here, you son of a bitch. I'll use my fucking soul hand grenade on you.
Uh,
I'll put you in a little ball.
Oh, that's this one, never mind.
we
That's
could
not quite
try
cool.
giving it the elk or Fenrir or the worst
Well,
case
first
the
off-
goblin.
All the elk will only last to the next dawn.
See,
so the soul
exactly.
also disappears at next dawn.
Yeah, but that's a safe
Fenrir
bet then.
will also disappear once I recast him to be Fenrir.
Yeah, but that's a safe bet then. Hmm?
Which one?
I
of
think-
them?
I think
Either.
the safe bet is pulling it a little bit.
I'm not doing that to Fenrir.
You don't know what it does.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
doing
mean
that
good.
to Fenrir.
Give it the elk and see what happens.
Give it
Fine.
the elk.
Can I wait?
What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna stuff the elk into it? Like,
I
what the
don't
fuck?
know. It wants to come towards us, so just let it touch the elk.
Krabiton, do you have some white bougie music for us?
Already happening.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay,
Oh,
I will order the elk to cuddle with the baby.
This is my fault, the Soviet Union.
Uh,
How will even this look if you like? Imagine
I have no clue.
how would an elk cuddle with an enormous baby?
I don't
don't
want to
know.
know.
I am doing this order
Oh.
from Yevi, okay?
Okay.
The DM will know.
The space marine.
Will I?
Travis are
Yeah,
pretty
the
much
DM
covering
knows.
this.
Really? Does he?
See, this is the reason why I didn't even bother with finding out for that. It's just, okay. So you send this poor creature towards the... Once again, and I cannot reiterate this enough, absolutely horrific looking 15-meter tall baby. And
Mhm.
I guess he just tries to like nuzzle his...
Never
Mouse?
say that
Fucking
ever
head ripped
again.
off.
No,
That
don't
is
say.
that is what it's called. I'm sorry.
He's
Not
gonna
everything
get
is
his
about
head ripped off.
not everything is about furries.
Hmm.
So the elk tries to show affection to this absolute abomination this affront to any kind of existence of anything. And like, I don't know.
Do you think
Like-
we do?
What is going to happen here is all of Yabby, by the way.
Huh?
That's true.
So the
Yeah.
baby very slowly stops its tangents and like the tries of trying to unravel itself from the umbilical cord, and just starts very slowly like finding, you know,
The
his
elk.
hands around the elk, probably having a hard time seeing with its one eye covered with like blood and goo and slime. And for a moment it looks like it's trying to like find a way to pet it, but then the hands just very slowly go further down, and it's not even like crushing it. It's just slowly pressing down. You can just see the elk like sink deeper into the spongy meat membrane until
Call the
it
elf back. Call the
doesn't-
elf back. Call the elf back.
Yeah, no.
Calling the elk back.
there is no calling back. He's just
Oh.
getting
shite.
pressed further down, and at first it just looks like it's about to drown, but then you can hear all of the legs just crack once by once, and then
Oh,
just
fuck.
Oh.
basically gets flattened into the ground slowly and
Right,
miserably.
call in the artillery gun. Call it in.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so
So the baby's
time
not
maybe
cool.
Give me the cannon.
Give me
Oh,
the
yes.
cannon.
I think it's time for us to end this.
I thought you were
Yeah.
yelling at Kevin. I'm sorry. Here you
No,
go, Mr.
I
Dwarf.
want my cannon. Got it on the barricade.
Oh wait, I can cast it 120 feet away from me? Mm.
This doesn't feel like the piano kind of. What was this one?
I'm just waiting for the Order 66 here, boys.
Who's
So
gonna
am I.
shoot first? No, we all fired exactly the same time.
You mean
Actually-
punch?
I know what time it is. It's time for the Kentucky Meat Show.
Do you want me to do your one better?
Better than the Kentucky Meat Show.
Somewhat. I can cast a spell that would do us a lot of good.
Oh?
Yep.
Do it.
Fairy Fire gives us advantage on all attacks on it.
Oh.
Because it's dipshit slow, it probably can't even save against it with Dex.
Is there any spells that I can do to boost this up?
Oh, wait. It wouldn't be inside a humanoid in definition, would it?
No.
Okay.
Gonna go with no.
Hey, Cry, is this creature bigger than a large size?
Yes.
So you will say this is a monstrosity then? A monster.
It's one of those things again.
It definitely is a monstrosity.
I gut reaction yes, but
It's huge.
let me quickly check the monstrosities category. Category is for creatures that are considered monsters, as described in the monster manual. They are often frightening and usually dangerous. They're usually not natural creatures, and some of them are the result. Yes, that definitely does apply. Yes, it's a fucking monstrosity.
I'm gonna be a brave boy.
Wait before 2 seconds there now before you do brave things.
I need to be within range. I am sprinting.
Barbaton,
Yes.
I will be verifying. It's not an it's a spell that does no damage. Does it even Dex save against me?
Nope.
Alright, advantage on all attacks, as long as I keep concentration.
Well, I am ready to attack.
Same.
Cry,
Yes.
because the creature's on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
can I cast web to pin it in place?
Web. I don't remember that spell. Sounds like it would make sense.
How do I put the spell in chat for you to read?
I found
press
it.
the info button. There you go.
Yes. 30-foot cube. Sure, that would work.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit it with a web. Cast spell. Oh, hang on. I missed, but just imagine that that's on it if you can move it.
I probably can. Yes. I say with confidence.
Is it technically prone?
Yes.
I think it's too. Well, yeah, but is it large enough that it doesn't matter for the?
Also, yes. You would be able to do that with
Also,
advantage.
Craig, just so you know, if this thing's 15 foot tall, that cube's 20 feet.
Meters, not foot.
Oh.
Meters.
Meters tall.
It is humongous.
Right. Holy shit, that's 50 foot!
Yep.
Oh! Okay, well I've just sort of pinned its head down then in that case.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
I expected. That's why I put it there.
Okay, right.
You
And
can
that
throw a
would be my
bonus
attack.
action on top of that will be great.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Are we attacking? Yes.
Yeah, we're shooting. We're shooting.
So,
I wanted to see what it does.
Hold on. Where's oh. Son of a bitch. Oh. Really?
Dang. That's surprisingly low.
Yeah, I know.
I'm guessing there's not enough room within this massive cave to use my airburst mortar.
You don't know
Uh,
that.
it has a huge ceiling, but not huge enough for a mortar arc.
Yeah,
Nope.
okay, right. We're gonna be stuck with the force ballista here, boys.
Direct fire it.
I would
Sure.
like to direct fire the mortar, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
No.
Actually, I will actually move myself here instead. Never mind.
Okay. We're gonna try and get off a good shot before this all goes to shit. Let's do standard roll.
I'm
Okay.
specifically trying to
Why
highlight
isn't it
it.
let... Cry, why isn't the force ballista let me do a standard roll?
The force ballista doesn't let you do a standard roll. Force ballista. You could just click on the dice. You don't have to press the standard roll. Just click on the dice, and then you can
Remember
press,
advantage on shooting it.
attack with
Wait,
advantage.
why did it say 2d8 plus hidden force damage?
Is it hidden?
What have you done to
That's-
my sheet?
What do you mean hidden? Is it hidden for you? That one?
Yeah.
Why would that be hidden for you?
Is that hidden?
It shouldn't be hidden. It's not hidden on my thing. It's the plus
Gnome
1d8 for
fling.
you
Yeah.
for you having a like for
I
your
can't,
account.
I can't interact with any of the buttons. Have you taken the Eldritch Cannon so it's not under my control?
I wouldn't dare. You moved it
'Cause
earlier.
I can't interact with. Yeah, I know. I can move it, but I can't press any
You
of the
do-
buttons in it.
You're the owner of it. Have you just pressed the dice? Like if you hover over the force
I
ballista,
don't know what you mean, dice.
you're in your features section, right? You're in the Eldritch Cannon features, and
Oh,
then you
there
see
you
force
go.
ballista, and then you press
Hit
the
the
bite.
dice and then okay. So
Yeah.
if I do attack. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I can't do it from inside the sheep for some reason. That's weird. Right. Can I get an advantage because the creature has got its head pinned down?
Correct. So you press attack, and then you select the advantage.
Okay, 14.
All right. Is that all of the attacks that you guys have?
Well, no, that was just
For
me.
the first
I can probably.
Initial contact, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
technically
so-
that's a bonus action from me.
Also,
You
by the
technically
way,
run
Yeah,
forward, but I
yeah.
don't want to be immediately crushed. Actually, he's within range, is he? He might be inside range.
And I haven't tuned any sticks to function as guns, so.
I think that's why you have the +1 d8. So
He's
also
50
just in
hit, yeah?
just in reference to you guys, because I've been really trying, but even AI doesn't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. So what you can see basically from where you are standing is just this. If you look in the art channel, just this ungodly flesh sack with the one eye just very unemotionally staring right into your soul.
Oh God! It's green.
The ginger's trying to steal our souls.
Well, that is your
Shoot in the
interpretation.
fucking eye.
Hmm.
I will write this responsibly out. One day I will think of it.
Okay.
I'll
Come on, baby. Let me hit it.
Okay, so
no.
has that's been all of the first round attacks that I'm looking at.
Have
Yes.
you attacked normally?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for all you guys to be done.
I don't have any ranged attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then.
So the 29 hits, the 20 hits, the arcane hand. 14 hits. That's not a. That's the force ballista. Another 14 also hits. Fenrir 20 hits. That is.
No, that's damage.
Never mind. So all of those hit. Now I have to do some math because this technically isn't the tokens. I actually have to fucking do it myself. We're looking at 11 points of that. That is half, so it's only 10, 27, whew, 39. 39, 59, 62. Nelly, I need you to roll your damage for your force ballista as well.
Oh, you want me to roll the damage? Cool.
Yes.
Normal. 12.
Oh, boys. Sweden
So-
is in NATO.
Yeah,
Alright.
so it's good shit.
74 points of damage.
Maybe we can get some Gucci discounts.
So as you're all standing there in your firing line, plus Fenrir, bless his heart,
And me.
and Kevin, and the arcane fist, I guess, underneath the smashed elk, you all just unload at once into this obscenity to anything existing, and it's not resisting. It has its face like webbed to the ground. It is barely more mentally aware than like a fungus on a good day. It's just idly moving around, like crawling around the meat of the elk, and you just start obliterating it. It is coming apart, you know, ripping the arms off. Fucking eye just pops out of it. You turn it into the most disgusting Swiss cheese ever conceived. and it just smacks down to the ground. Basically immediately.
Is it dead?
I hope so.
With one final twitch, one final pumping of the heart.
You know what?
Hearts
Just to make
multiple.
100% sure. Toll the dead.
Well,
Cries not happy.
wisdom saving throw would be a d20. 3, 4. He does resist that. Don't mind the arcane hand. But yeah, it basically does one final pulse, and with the final pumping of its body, you can see like some parts of the entrails are just like getting thrown out of the open wounds, strewn across the floor. And with its dying, it doesn't breathe. Dying heartbeats, you can almost feel the tree around you relax its roots, like giving a immortal sigh. Like the oldest creature to ever exist just sat down in peace. But as it stops moving, the pulsing doesn't stop. It just keeps pumping, keeps glowing, keeps getting faster with its like erratic movements, you know, like when you kill a spider and just coils the legs and it just keeps getting smaller.
There's two solutions for this.
Should
You
we
either
shoot
destroy
again?
it or you run.
And
Shoot the mortar.
fair enough.
I can, hang on, let's check the range.
I'm about to jump on top of it to destroy the shit out of it.
No, that won't work. Have I got anything in pockets? Well, I could try and hit the ceiling with the airburst mortar and cause a cave in. And
I have a
bury
better
the
solution.
fucker.
That sounds whack, and I kind of like it.
You can do that after the thing I'm about to do.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I'm gonna
Be ready.
I'm gonna be a full psycho. I'm gonna jump on top and then make sure to destroy whatever I can destroy. Especially the pulsating part.
Okay.
So...
Note for that. I'm confident that hits.
And of course, I'm coming with more.
Okay.
I
Are you trying to get out of the way of the mortar before it like direct impacts you, or?
We're
Have
holding
Nelly
fire
fired
for
it?
Not yet, but
He is holding fire until I'm just gonna continuously shop here. With
I
using...
can't hold fire forever.
Why the fuck did this one not use the thing?
It has like a fuse and we've lit it already.
I mean, it would be the idea, right? Because you're trying to minimize the rotations it takes before.
Damn. Big money, big damage. It's almost like Fairy Fire is kind of busted.
I mean, especially with the Great Axe. With the accelerator in it.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, a 16 is a crit?
I am not
Just
entirely
notice
sure
that.
about that, but okay.
Why did you bust it?
I? No. Is that?
What did you do?
Interesting.
I don't even know how 16 plus 4 makes
I have
26.
to say, Nelly, I do like
16
Gravis
plus
armor.
1 plus 4 plus 5.
Gravis armor's kind of base.
Oh, it's just because you're rolling with advantage. I don't know why it
I like
makes it
the
a
mix
crit.
between like normal armor and Terminator.
Yeah, it's cool.
Also,
Wow.
is it a simple weapon?
I will fix it afterwards. You successfully sink your axe in the pulsing
Fucking.
part
What?
of that thing. Right as
Multiple
the
times.
arcane hand also comes in to just continue pummeling it. This orange glowing core that is pumping whatever this ichor-like substance is through the remaining body parts. Is this the part where you want to jump off to make way for the mortar shell?
I'm gonna do one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know the reactive armor plates?
Yes.
Do they have an activation button or something? Switch or something?
Probably not. Right?
In combination with the shield,
Okay. So, an explosion will not set off this explosion.
well, again, if you put them on the shield that is specifically made to do that, yes. If you just have them on their own, probably not.
Okay, then I will not do that. Then I will bolt the fuck out of here.
Okay. Nelly,
Yeah.
I think it is a intelligence check to use the thing because you're trying to.
You want me to do an intelligence check?
No, wait. Where is it? Do you have a fire mission thing? Where is it?
Yeah, I got fire mission in my pocket.
Yes. Could you roll me the fire mission check?
Yeah.
So you're trying to determine how good it will land, I think. Yes. Press that.
There we go.
I think it's pretty spot on, boss.
Okay. So.
I
Yeah.
believe we're burying this fucker.
So you
Instead
are
of
looking.
that. Yeah. It
Yep.
was.
You are looking at Kevin and the arcane hand controlled by Orphic just going to town on the inner core of this thing. That is already like arms are gone, head is basically gone, legs are just strewn about, umbilical cord has been severed, and they're just trying to annihilate the tiniest remaining piece. And you're just standing there behind your cover, having all the time in the world to specifically fine-tune the, I guess the timer or the rotation counter for when it actually is armed, and you just take the mortar tube and like rest it on the fucking barricade like a cannon, and you take a very careful aim and you give a last check to the rotation counter, and you wait for Kevin to jump off and the hand to get away, and you just launch it straight through the eye into the core, and it just goes boom, and the entire room gets just covered in this orange ichor, and you can see the.
You forgot what we were doing, didn't you?
Oh, did you want to bring the seating
Hey,
to
Bill.
that?
We're burying the fucker.
That is correct, yes. I'm sorry, I went ahead because of the natural 20. You aim for the ceiling, which is equally effective, bringing down the, ceiling, if you want to say, and just dropping one piece of cursed tree root and stones after another, slowly making this entire chamber disappear. As the last thing you can see of it is the, green eye, still uncaring and unemotional, being splashed apart like when you cut into a fucking fried egg and the egg yolk just runs out. You can see the green fluid slowly make its way through the red goo on the ground, flowing towards you before coming to rest as the remaining parts of this entire cave just comes down. And I will, to simulate that, just like this.
Oh.
I can't see shit now.
Well,
The light source disappeared.
as I realize that the light source is on the other side. There you go. Covering the entire thing. You are being very confident that it is done. There's no more pulsing, no more light, no more sound. Just
Focus
you
buried, yeah?
guys. Yes, in an empty cave. And
Does
this
anybody
is
want to go check it?
where I would
Sure.
like all of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, and this time even Arnost.
Fuck.
Time.
As I get back to my script.
I fall unconscious.
Okay, it's not great.
Wisdom. I'm
Yes.
With disadvantage saving throw.
And it has, for once, nothing to do with falling asleep. Or getting unconscious. I don't know if Jeffy is here to do it for Orphic.
Do it for him.
Bruh.
Fenrir is fine.
Well,
Do
I
what?
shall
His fiendish self just took over, okay?
do it for Orphic then. Wisdom saving
What
throw.
do you want me to do?
Wisdom saving throw
saving throw.
disadvantage.
For what?
Oh, you're fucked.
Mm.
Now,
Are you sure about it didn't fall asleep?
you
I
are all
guess I
wide
did.
awake. You are not asleep. You are not dreaming. You have just buried this thing. In its one could say its womb has become its tomb, if you wanted to go there.
a miscarriage, in other words.
Yes. The most active kind of abortion, I guess. With a mortar
Hold
shell.
on.
Is this
Try.
a rape abortion?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yes.
Yes. Is it a frightened or charmed condition?
No.
Are you sure?
Not in the traditional sense. If you're going to be scared afterwards, that's on you. But
I mean-
it is not trying to frighten
I
you.
have this. But I basically never use because it's an action, not a reaction. Counter charm would be a reaction, not an action. But hey. Fucking who cares, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, you can do it. You know, actually,
Hey.
what? That is specifically what it is for. Can you all re-roll without the disadvantage, please? With a straight roll.
What?
Since Orphic is apparently getting out a
Wait,
flute or something. To...
Oh!
Wow.
Do I
So
need
wise.
to? If I
I'm
passed?
so fucking wise. Oh
You
no.
fucking what? Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't
about
think
You
that.
don't,
Friendly need
you
to
don't have
re-roll.
to roll now.
Okay.
If you're fine with that.
I was wondering if I'm
Someone
gonna
bitch.
fail because some fucking counter charm that's gonna be retarded.
So-
I don't risk it.
That is truly skillish in there.
So sad.
Okay.
He's turned his camera off because he's so pissed.
No, I was just sitting in bed.
You guys have fought terrible things before.
I thought to
You've fought-
myself, damn, cringe.
You have fought a reawakening smaller god before. You have fought demons in literal hell. And you have fought some creatures that you have determined to be sent directly from the god that has, since you keep fucking with his plans, has had an eye out for you now. And usually the way it goes is when you
I
do
think-
something...
I think the prank calling is finally caught up to us.
No shit.
Usually the way it goes when you do something particularly annoying to him, when you kill like one of his apostles, when you do something that is just like...
Isn't this like the second?
This would have been the second, yes, the doctor.
Wait. Who?
You know the dude we were fighting and very foolishly ended up into the middle of my Radiance hellscape? Yeah, that dude there, he was one of the apostles.
Oh yeah, we got the little fucking rock from him.
That is one way to say that, yes.
I need
And
to have a look at that again and work out what it is.
well, the last few times that happened, you know, some of you fell asleep, Arnos can't fall asleep anymore, and then you had like a little dream vision, and then the pyramid was angry at you, and it was all great fun, and you had some one-liners.
I call that skill issue.
You do not feel your conscious fading this time. There is no sense of sleep or incapacitation, or well, not that, but no sense of sleep or anything. You can see right in front of where you saw the baby get buried, in the green sludge that used to be the baby's singular eyeball and pupil. The entire ground starts boiling. And
Oh, damn. It's the fucking water from the damn beast under the well coming for me for round 2.
that would be very funny. And you can see something rise from under there. Doesn't have a concrete shape, just tall, slender, humanoid-ish being. Like
Bro, that didn't make
when someone, you know, like when you're a kid and you pull a like a bed sheet over your head to pretend to be a ghost. Can't see like shapes, just the red goo and the green pupil fluid just turns solid, like almost like a ghost, kind of looking like the wardens that you fought on the first level.
Mm-hmm.
Just in terms of how its face is shaped. And with no care in the world whatsoever, this thing, again, looking somewhat similar to this in terms of how it's shaped,
Interesting.
emerges from this pool of bubbling, boiling terribleness and puts its hand on the rocks that smash the baby, almost like as a goodbye, and then just walks towards you guys slowly. Just walks. Actually, I can just use this thing right up to your barricade and just looks down at you. And this time there is no threats, no world shaking, no roaring, no lightning on the fucking horizon. Just looks at all of you very carefully. And then it just flows apart again and it's gone.
Fuck did that one.
Ah.
I don't know.
Right, guess we're done.
Jeez.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
it is truly a skill issue when a god can't defeat some mercenaries.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, God. Premature abortion. You are now completely alone again.
Uh-huh.
The elk is dead.
Uh-huh.
Goblin is
What a
unconscious. The queen isn't moving without Armor saying anything. Don't think the dragon wants to go inside.
I do love that I have this thing for 30 days.
I don't.
Oh. You should have taken the baby.
What?
If you
I-
could.
How
I mean,
would
the
even
same
be-
way you took the fucking queen.
How in all hell would I even know that there was a
That's
baby?
the problem, exactly. I'm tempted to just send a sending spell towards that fucking thingy. With
Mhm.
just, we see you two and you are not safe.
I am behind you, mirror.
Oh fuck!
You feel free to decide on that. You just killed the baby. I'm gonna get some water.
It was a strong word.
Mercy kill.
Relieved it from its suffering.
It
Cry
needed to
spitting
Like
in
a
a
scream, but
bottle
it
Swedish
had
dog.
not.
Oh.
Right, does my communication stone still work?
Yes.
Yes.
Like this far deep underground?
Yes, magic is
Okay,
fine.
fantastic. I'm gonna put a quick call in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going.
I will play the sound as soon as I'm back from the toilet.
Get back to your fucking computer. Now.
Insert Skype sounds here.
Yes, yes, fucking funny
Hurry
man.
up!
Yes, I'm sorry. Connection is
It's
establishing.
faster.
Just want to get some water. Where is it?
Establishing connection.
Here you go. Hi.
Wait, where's my? What are the names of my people?
Bruh.
Bro.
I actually have them. I specifically
Nelly,
looked them up
remember
before.
some names yourself.
So you have Natuk
Oh, found
Orfinder.
them. I found them.
Okay, well, to let the record show, I also had them.
Grumlock? Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Hi. What's up, boss?
You got my position from Cole.
Your position from what?
Cole, coordinates, you stupid bastard.
No, we don't.
We'll take them on from the signal.
Uh-huh.
The more you know.
Right.
It also has a GPS.
Send a team out here. A huge underground facility. We're gonna turn it into mine.
I can approve of that.
Okay.
He's taking notes. I'm watching him take notes on his camera.
What?
He's
Fucking-
taking notes, humiliating
good.
right there.
Get a team in from the Steel Man. Just send them downriver on barge. It'll make it easier, and you can finish
It
up
is.
the bridge.
It is nice that not a steel miner Moria still with us.
Yep.
Speaking of the bridge, boss, bridge is done.
Alright, good, yeah.
Other bridge has run into issues.
What other bridge?
Part of the city is gone.
What do you mean, the other bridge?
The wooden thingy next to us.
What?
The other thing.
The non-important one.
The
Yeah.
previous non-important bridge.
Oh, you mean what we were replacing?
Yes.
Ah, that's not an issue. We got new bridge there now.
General report, we managed to get some of the old payment. There was a bit of a fire hazard, and the local townsfolk had a I didn't really care. They were unhappy with something about the mayor, something, fights, killing. They burnt his house down. Part of the city is gone. I don't
Reckon
know.
there's a possible room for contract to rebuild?
Well, there's barely anyone left here, but maybe you can
What
find
happened
someone.
to the rest of the people?
They left.
Why?
I assume they didn't want to be here anymore.
Where'd they go?
Didn't ask them. It's not my business.
That's fair. Right, well, speak to who's left, see if they want any new houses built. You've got contracts in bag.
Sure, we still have the ogres.
Nah, if they're still on lease, you might as well use them. But when final jobs are done, you can let them go. Besides, they've already got money to spend in company store, anyways.
True.
Right, beyond that, once that's done, I'll be back to bridge in what? A couple days probably for walk out of here and back through forest. I'll expect work done there. Let's get final report for Steel Mine.
Should be fast. Forest is gone.
What do you mean forest is gone?
The forest is gone.
Still got massive tree in distance though.
I can see that.
You can or can't?
I can see the tree.
Oh,
Singular.
good, right. Well, that big tree, I'm underneath it right now, yeah?
Yeah, right on.
That's where we're building new mine. Good quality stone down here. Good quality. And some other weird science bollocks that we can get some of the more arcane masters having a look at from the old cities.
Copy that.
Right. See you in a minute or two. And
Sure thing, boss. Okay.
There you go. Well, that's my loot.
That is your loot.
What did you guys get?
I have some devious plants.
Well,
Urdok,
More devious?
how do you feel about us making an outpost?
What do you mean outpost?
Well, there's no one to live in the city. That means it's ours.
Yeah, I suppose.
I see we just got a holding.
I mean, if, you know, if they accept my guys as restructuring contracts for the town, I can put in a sub clause. Well, actually, if we use contract B, there's a sub clause that provides ownership. Contract A is just normal, but contract B. Contract B has a sub clause for the.
I'm just having
leasing of
thoughts on
land.
things, okay?
I mean, if you truly want to do fuckery, you can just block the river. I'll take payment for the people that want to cross on the water.
I mean, so true.
Yeah.
Military payment for, you know, inspections and customs in this case.
I love when Nugua sent you out to like make sure everyone behind the front lines is fine and like not being extorted by anyone.
They aren't
Sometimes.
being extorted by just anyone.
Fair enough.
They're being sorted by us.
Yeah.
So pay us at least double. Maybe then we wouldn't extort people.
I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about like building a mine here in what is arguably worse than like an ancient burial ground. It's like a
Dwarves really care.
Look, they're
fair
dwarves.
enough.
They don't
Okay.
care.
Stone is stone.
Rock and stone.
True. Besides, this thing goes so deep already, we don't even have to work very hard to set up some actual mining tunnels down here. I mean, hell, this bottom layer's already got a partial minecart infrastructure. We dig this out, you know, provide some anti-warding charms in this big room, get some rune priests down here to sanctify it and purify it, burn the corpse once we end up digging it out again. Bish
They're
bash
happy with that
bosh.
one.
Look, you know, I was joking about making our very own little Jerusalem, but now we are actually making our very own little Jerusalem.
I mean,
the difference about
why
Jerusalem
stop
is
it
they killed the
to-
Palestinians afterwards, not before they settled. But
It doesn't matter
No,
in
it was
which
both of
order
them.
you do it.
I mean, I guess to be fair,
Either way, Philistines are dying.
So what do
Sure.
you say? We are going back to the village.
Oh,
I mean, we have
Yeah,
to
I mean-
claim our bounty.
Is
cool.
there anything left in this facility? I mean, I say we can literally now always come back here. It's mine.
Communism. I enact
We
communism.
might want to make sure the tree's dead.
I don't know if
Why?
it's dead, it's just asleep. And
No,
besides,
don't
I've been
kill
bringing
the
rune priests
tree.
to
What
keep
the
an eye
fuck
on it.
is wrong with you?
If I kill the tree, the entire building's structural integrity
Yeah,
might go under. I'm
exactly.
keeping the tree alive.
But why would you want to
Just,
kill the tree?
Just contained from any possible
Kevin
mishaps.
is unable to plan that far ahead.
At
Clearly.
least get some devil wood.
No, you're not harvesting the
No.
tree, bozo.
I want devil wood.
No,
I'll break
you
your
aren't.
fucking hands. Do not fuck with the tree. We just calmed it down.
We just made the tree happy. Okay.
you
Oh,
want to
no.
roll an inside
I
check
don't know
on
if
the
happy
tree
is the
or?
correct word to describe it.
Okay, hold on. Here.
Okay,
Mr.
the
Tree,
inside.
are you happy? Orphic imitates the voice of the tree. Yes.
I don't know if tree
You
is
rolled
happy
a
or not.
fucking 3, Kevin.
Yeah, the tree is
Bozo.
it's mad, it's dead. I can harvest it now.
If you make a move, I will attack you. Do not fuck with my pet tree.
My pet tree. Imagine like having like those Tamagotchi fucking little thingies, but for a tree instead.
But think about the devil wood.
Think about your broken fingers.
If you don't need them.
Broken fingers. I'm shooting him in the head.
Execute him. I'll strap you to the front of the cannon, Kevin.
Oh, that's fine.
And I'll fire a shot out through your chest.
That's
Oh
probably
no!
fine.
Oh man. How could this happen?
Oh no! Kevin has been ordered to stop.